Okay, we live.
Shalom, Apostle the Heart coming back at you with this truth. This is a live stream. Apostles of GMS. We have some guests with us. We don't have 2 cameras set up. Are we good? Are we good at?
Yeah.
All right, we just have the 1 camera set up. We're live streaming. They just bring that up so I know that we're on.
59.
Yeah, once we're on, you know. Anyway, we have some guests with us. We have the Akim elders, up-and-coming elders, because they are elders of the men in Texas, Dallas, you know. So they out here. I don't got to give you their names. Y'all already know them. Y'all can watch them on their live show, which will be tomorrow. What time is that? What time is that? The show that y'all do, the live show?
Sundays we 6:30.
About 6:30.
At around 6:30ish. You know? On what channel?
GMS Dallas in Class 3.
GMS Dallas in Class 3. So you can watch them brothers, and I'm pretty sure. Well, next week you can watch them.
Kind of.
And
yeah.
Basically, this is an open forum. You know, we said we was gonna do a live show. You know, we were eating chicken basically, and
Chicken.
doing a little drinking. You know, with the moonshine at. Sipping on a little moonshine, man. You know, right here. And we got this. I can't even read this, brother. I mean, not even going to Russian.
Oh, you know, Beluga have a field.
We don't got the Sky Vodka Blue. Who's that? Unique Thomas.
Yeah, having a good time. I don't drink like I used to.
The Sky.
I'll drink a little wine.
Quality anyway, man.
I'll drink a little wine, and, you know.
They get mad.
But I make sure I get my water.
As well.
And I'm gonna say this to you Negroes out there. Stop. Do we have to give me that, man? This is the worst water you can drink. By the way,
Yeah, that's the worst.
the pH, man, it'll be good if it's 4. This is about 2. Poland Spring is the worst goddamn water you can drink. It's basically pH is about 3.5. This right here is 9.5 essential water, which is 9.5 pH, which really, because I did a test, is really about 7.5, which is a higher pH. You know, has electrolytes in it. So y'all gotta, you know what? Since we talking on that, let's go on. We got brothers that know about the medical profession.
Yeah.
You know, going a little diet and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Like for example, this right here. This is Kashi Goline, plant power, and this is new. And I got this at one store. But this right here, what I noticed was non-GMO. Tastes real good. I get a lot of these bars, these health bars. I'm gonna start making my own, man, because I make my own smoothies. I make 2 smoothies. I make a green smoothie, which got kale in it, and kale and spinach. Sometimes baby spinach, and I'll use some other greens. Sometimes
Cilantro.
Sometimes cilantro, which is good for the eyes. Yep.
The beets is always good for the
Yeah,
heart.
Beets.
Yep.
Beets is good. Oh, cilantro is good for chelator. Chelator is when you take out heavy metals from your system. That's a natural way of taking heavy metals out your system. You know. And see, we're speaking about this health stuff, but that's all in the scriptures, man. Like the word cinnamon is actually a Hebrew word.
Banana, too.
Banana, yep, and all that's mentioned, the foods that we ate, man. When we were back in Egypt, give me that scripture if you got it, the leaks, God. Yeah, back in Egypt, we were eating good, man. We were eating real good back in Egypt, and that's one of the reasons why Jake didn't want to leave Egypt, man, because of that food. The food was good back there, man. You know. But anyway, if y'all got anything, feel free.
Found it out.
So this is the health section of our live stream.
So those tinctures. A few years back, we all went to those tinctures. Crushed mint, Some cinnamon, cilantro, cayenne, garlic, turmeric, all those.
Yeah.
When you Google them and see what all they do, because I recently, my whole foot surgery and all that type of stuff. Every time I go to the doctor for my checkups and all that type of stuff, he amazed at how.
Yeah, because of the tinctures.
Before I knew I was gonna have the surgery, probably 4 or 5 months before I actually had it. So I started making those tinctures.
Right. It builds your body.
Yeah, and it actually worked. It actually works.
Yeah, he mentioned tinctures, right? Which I make my own tinctures. I make the main tincture I make is cinnamon tincture, and that's good. Like if you're diabetic, what it does is regulate your blood sugar or your blood glucose. Like if you eat a meal and your sugar goes up, when you take that tincture, it regulates it, brings it back down to normal. Or if it's low, it brings it up. So you see doctors in the medical field, they don't learn about diets and they don't learn the connection between the proper diet and disease.
Right.
All they do is they know you got a disease, they diagnose you that you have this particular disease, and then they'll give you a prescription drug which costs a lot of money, where they won't tell you, well, eat this or eat that, or don't eat this or don't eat that. This is a deficiency of this,
right,
and a deficiency of that. Right? Speak for a minute. I won't get to.
Well, because they don't teach nutrition. They don't teach nutrition and how, like, our body is made up all the minerals and ions that come from the earth: magnesium, iron. You know what I mean? Calcium. Potassium, sodium. These regulate the nervous system, your blood system, everything like that. Well, Esau, all he teaches you is how to block pathways.
Right.
So if you have a disease that's maybe something's blocking the calcium pathway for your heart, so it's making you get, you're having problems with your heart. So he'll just stop that pathway with some synthetic drug. He won't tell you, okay, well, you can eat this, and it'll help that pathway function more regularly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Throw off your whole system.
It'll throw off. Yep.
The hormones start getting wacky. Yeah. And then you get side effects, and then they give you another drug to counteract that side effect. Yeah. It's just before you know it, you're taking 10 pills that cancel each other out.
Your body is basically a racket.
Mm-hmm.
They making money off your death, man.
Yep.
Yeah, because Jake don't do that studying, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got some things here. This right here. This right here is I make my own tincture, cinnamon tincture. All right. Got to drop it here. Get them scriptures up, man. Get them scriptures on the herbs and whatnot, man. Show you that it's in the scriptures. See?
Sirach 38.
I got it. Sirach 38:4. Start at 1. All right. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the usage which ye may have of him. For the Lord hath created him. And that's YAHAWASHI, of course. For of the Most High cometh healing.
Physicians, right? Like that we have physicians, medical doctors. Because the physicians, they use herbs, that the Most High gave us. Herbs and prayer, right?
Yep.
But now with the
Which
doctors,
is a medicine man.
Yeah, the medicine man.
Among scared and moving.
Right.
That's what a medicine man was. They're like, they make him out to be this witch doctor type guy. The medicine man, which proved that the Native Americans, that we were Israelites. We had physicians. The medicine man, like you said, herbs. If you were sick in the tribe or you had a problem, you went to the medicine man, or they call him a Chashawakan, the medicine man, and he would give you. He knew the science of the plants, man. Right. He would take and pretty much what the medicine man would do was make tinctures.
Yep.
He would make tinctures. He would take the plants or berries and roots and grind it down and make it into a tincture, pretty much a liquid form, and have you drink it, ingest it, or rub it on you, or whatever it was. And
there's different ways to do it.
That's why the medicine man is the spiritual man, because he would give you the herb, but then he understood that we have to pray to the Creator, to the Most High, to make this work. And you have to have faith too that the Creator gonna heal you. Most High gonna heal you.
I got a precept.
This
is Ezekiel 47:12. And by the river upon the bank thereof, and on this side and on that side shall grow all trees for meat, whose leaf shall not fade, neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed. It shall bring forth new fruit according to his months, because their waters they have issued out of the sanctuary, and the fruit thereof shall be meat, and the leaf thereof for medicine.
Look at that. The leaf thereof, the herbs.
God.
Herbs, man. Because all the herbs come from plants.
But that was knowledge that we used to have. We had knowledge of the herbs and the different plants. Some plants used to heal, and some plants used for poison.
Yeah,
That'll kill you.
like poison ivy. That's you know what I mean, or whatever. Different plants.
Different berries.
Certain berries will kill you.
Right.
But in Esau school system, they teach biology, they teach science. They don't teach you about the herbs. You know, they teach you how to go to the doctor, you know, get some prescription with the doctors. They don't give two shit. The doctors have a book. Okay, if he complains, he has sneezing, this and that, they prescribe him this. And it's all a money laundering system, because what they do when you go to the doctor, what do? You complain about symptoms, they give you samples of other shit, right? What it is you got fucking these pharmaceutical companies. They go to the doctor's office and they say, look, this is what this drug is supposed to do. It fixes this. And they'll drop off a big thing of samples. Just get it out to your patients.
That's exactly what they do.
And that's all they do. Then the doctor will get that to you. This cures it. You don't know what the fuck.
It's all they don't. If you don't know if you don't know diet, man, then you're really not a physician.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Now what they do is they give you the stuff and they tell you, look, take as much as you want, take as much as you need, and then they'll regulate it from that point.
Right.
You know, like if let's say they give you a bunch of pills and you take 3 or 4 of them, let's say that adds up to 200 milligrams, and let's say you start feeling better, then they'll prescribe you 400 or 200 milligrams per so many hours. You know, and it's pretty much, it's just a test. You know, they test because they know each individual person is different in their body. You know, so they'll give you the medicine or the medication, which they get from the pharmaceutical companies as a trial basis, and the more money, the more people they get to buy those medicines, the more the doctor makes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, because the doctor doesn't know about all those drugs. It's impossible for the doctors to keep up with all the drugs that are coming out. So just like what Elder Ayathon was saying, you got these pharmaceutical salesmen who routinely go through all these offices, teaching them about the new drugs, showing the new drugs, telling them what the drugs do, and all the doctor knows is a list of symptoms. They hear these symptoms, and they have already. If I hear somebody come in with certain symptoms, there's already a certain amount of drugs that I already know I'm gonna give them. You know what I mean?
And they study your when they study your melanin, they study your makeup, and they like lisinopril. You know, that's known to destroy Negroes, but they prescribe it to you because they know to destroy you. They know they basically go into the lab and just basically it's basically a science project on. It's all aimed at Jake. It does affect the other nations, of course, but it's all aimed at destroying Jake, man.
And that's why I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're not. I'm done.
That's why it's important to know this, man.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to know your body. Because Jake, man, y'all don't eat right, man. Y'all don't exercise. You know what you're good at? You're good at talking shit, man, and eating chicken.
I got let's go. You want to finish that?
I got one quick one. Just what you said about that, I can't pronounce it, man.
Lisinopril.
Hey, that's why the Lord said this.
I got physician.
Yeah.
This is a book. It's a book of Job.
Yeah, they be destroying Jake, man.
I got some more you're looking for.
Designer.
This is Job 13:4.
Yeah, right there. That's it.
But ye are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value.
And they're physicians of no value, man. This stuff has no value to Jake. And Jake, man, they try to get on these, these green smoothie cleanses. They're trying to, get on game, but they don't. They don't change their diet. You know
what Jake's problem is? They look for a quick fix. There's no such thing as a quick fix.
It's a lifestyle change.
But you know what? If you Negroes went back to Africa, you wouldn't have these problems.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you comedic clowns, man. You preach all that comedic shit, but you won't go back to Africa. You talking about the cops is harassing you. you won't be, well, you'll be harassed, but you'll be harassed by African cops, man. They'll beat the shit out you.
Yeah, and y'all don't support your own. You got what's the dude name? Natural Tahuti.
The Hootie fell out. Yeah, his store is closed, man.
Why is he closing up? He should be a millionaire.
Yeah, he was doing commercials on 107.5 WBLS.
Well, why didn't he have a commercial inside of the TV?
He was out there, but what happened? He's gone.
Niggas is wicked, man.
Because Jake likes the quick fix, man.
Yep,
That's right.
You know, like I'm gonna name a couple of Negro diseases. One is, and Jake bugs out when this happens. You know, and this never happened to me. You know, your big toe, that bone right there, it gets big, it gets all throbbing and big. Well, we know a couple of guys in GMS that got this, man. Gout. Your toe is hurting, and you pull your shoe and your sock off, and you got this big bump where your big toe is, and they panic and they go to the doctor, man. The doctor already knows what you got before they check you, but they go to that. Okay, well, let's do some blood work and let's see. Don't worry, we'll find out. It looks serious, but we're here. Glad you came. Okay, we're going to check this.
They tell you came just in time.
You came just in time.
5 minutes later.
Well, that's what they always got. The whole from the hip. Anyway, that's gout, man. That's gout, and that right exactly. I got it refrigerated, man. And that's the scarf. When the scarf is on
God
there.
damn.
Hold on. The scarf on there?
Oh, yeah.
What's the scarf's name?
He's got the Hebrew name, you know.
Oh, that dude. Hey, what's up? Whoever you are. Yeah. You know, but I hope you're taking notes,
some lisinopril.
We're trying to help. Yeah, take a whole. I'm gonna buy you something, man, and send it to your ass. Hey, but anyway. Gout. Hey, gout is nothing but no. It's high uric acid in your system. Okay. Now y'all can look up uric acid, Google, whatever, and that's what it is. It becomes crystallized. It's acid that becomes. That's why you feel that pain.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Heel spurs. Yep, and that's from diet. All that from diet. Now, what brings it down is if you go to the emergency room, they're gonna make money off of you. They're gonna do the blood work, and they're gonna come with the chart. And, you know, Mr. Brown, Mr. Jones, Mr. Smith, this is your problem. You know. Then they're gonna give you a prescription and all that, which you're covered anyway, because you got Medicaid, you got Obamacare, you know, you got all those different, and that's how they make their money, you know. So this is a socialist, quasi-socialist system, all right. But anyway, what you can do is, now if that ever happens to you, all right, the symptom that I just mentioned, all you got to do is get some tart cherry juice. You get that, it's concentrated cherry juice that you get at a health store. Now I make a thing called a righteous lemonade. I put lemon in there. I put what's that thing called Chinese apples? Pomegranate juice in there. I put raw honey. And by the way, I don't got no white sugar in my house. Well, no. If you can find white sugar in my house, you good. This right here is called Manuka honey. Mm-hmm. This right here costs $10, $10.99, and it just went up. 2 weeks ago, I got it $10, $10.99, went up to almost $13. So this thing is going up. But this right here costs, depending on where you go, this is like $50 for this bottle. It cost me $4. This is Manuka honey, but this is a K factor 16. You know, it's non-GMO. It's organic. And this right here kills the superbug. You know about the superbug? Which if you got a superbug and you go to the emergency room, they don't have the antibiotic for it. That's why it's called a superbug. Yeah, exactly. And this is one of the only known things that can heal a superbug, man. A super virus. Like if you got a MARS or a staph infection, you can die from that, man. And it's resistant to all of the antibiotics in the hospital, man. So sometimes you go to the hospital, they ain't gonna tell you. But this right here, if you get diabetic sores, right? And I seen Jake with diabetic, he got the sores, they never heal. You use this, man, it'll heal them diabetic sores, man. And you, Jake, you got problems with diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, which is nothing but acid. You eat a lot of acid-based foods, okay? Like I said, if you got going back to the gout, right, which is nothing but uric acid, too much uric acid in your system. If you drink some maybe 2 tablespoons of tart cherry, that'll heal that, man. Okay. You got another thing. This right here is beet juice. This is raw, organic, non-GMO beet juice. This is gonna cost you like $8, but you sip a little bit, you know, here and there. This is if you have poor circulation. You know, when your toes tingle in your legs, and I had that a couple months ago. I was getting that. I don't have it no more. Where your legs is all messed up. Hey, you drink some of this, that'll get rid of that, man. It's called poor circulation. Which by the way, Brother Polite said that he had that, man. They diagnosed him with he was diabetic, and they said they were going to chop either one or both his legs off. And he went down there to this guy, Dr. Sabi, and Sabi, you know, showed him, you know, saved him, man. But basically, what it was a poor circulation from diabetes. You gotta stop that poor circulation. You gotta get circulation back in your system, all right? And then you gotta reverse them diabetes through diet, man. Diet and exercise. And like I said, this beet juice is good for circulation, and it's good for stamina for athletes, man.
Red blood cells.
It builds up your red blood cells. Another thing that builds up your red blood cells, correct me if I'm wrong, goji berries. Goji berries. Is that for red? I think it's for white. I'm sorry, white blood cells. Okay.
And that goji berry work. That goji berry works fast, man.
Well, I got some.
It don't take no time.
Right. But
it start to feel a little bit sick.
Right.
Start taking it, it go away.
Fast acting. You know. Also, I got here like the sweetness that I have is organic raw honey. This is raw honey. This is not Manuka, but this is raw honey. This might cost you like $5.
Yeah.
And, you know, you make your different smoothies and stuff. You put that in there, man.
Good for allergies.
You got a lot of athletes, man. You know, we work with boxers and stuff. Them guys don't know. Them guys got terrible diets.
Yeah.
They don't know how to exercise. They like Triple G. He gonna wind up having trouble, man.
Yeah.
There was a study out called Live High, Train Low. You got a lot of these boxers that'll go to Big Bear and they'll train. That's no good, man. What you do is you can live up in Big Bear. You know, you stay up there in the barrack, and then what you do is when it's time to train, you come down to sea level, man. You know, you come down on you know, regular ground and you train down there. But then when you sleep in high altitude. He breaking down his bones are being broken down, and his muscle fibers are being broken down. And look, that's all I do a lot of study, man. I'm a philosopher. Philosopher means love of wisdom, and I'm always going to Google, and I'll put in certain things. What foods do this? How, you know, what prevents that? You know, then I'll go into little training videos and stuff and how people train, man. And a lot of guys don't know how to train. You can't be training every goddamn day.
No,
especially if you're a little bit, like a boxer. If I was to train a boxer, and let's say he's in his 30s, he ain't gonna be training every goddamn day. No. He'll be training 3 to 4 days out of the week, every other day. One day hard, next day off.
Especially if you're older.
Especially if you're older.
No.
Because once you get in tip-top shape, what do? You maintain that shape.
Maintain it.
You don't keep working every day.
That's why Sean Porter, I think he gonna get fucked up. He overtraining, man.
Well, that's his father, man.
Yeah.
The father. I mean, he's doing good now, but a lot of guys get tore down not by them fights. They get tore down by training, man.
Yeah.
When you training, if you got a 20-year career, man, when you in your 20s, you can go every day, but I still wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend that you work out and get in shape, get in tip-top shape, and then maintain your shape. One day you do a full workout. Let's say you boxing on an elite level, even on the MMA elite level. What you do is you do your road work, your run or whatever, or your sprints or whatever in the morning. You eat something, but you got to eat good foods. Get you a green smoothie or a red smoothie, and then in the middle of the day you do your strength and conditioning. That's your weights, whether it be light weights, medium weights, heavy weights. You do a lot of repetition, and then you take another rest, you eat, and then at night you do your boxing workout or your MMA workout, which is the punch in the bag, your sparring, hitting the pads, and all that. The next day you don't do nothing. The next day you might, let's say you got to make weight, right? The next day what you would do is you might go for an hour walk, a brisk walk, or you might shoot, go to the basketball court and shoot some hoops.
Go for a swim.
Or go for a light swim. Or sometimes you don't feel like doing nothing. You watch videos or whatever, man.
For a walk. Shit.
Go for a walk, low intensity. And then Wednesday you come back strong. That's why if you notice, Floyd is a trendsetter, right? Because when Floyd showed you in it wasn't the Pacquiao fight, it was the fight before that, he introduced cryogenic chambers.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Somebody look that up.
Trainer.
Yeah.
Cryogenic chamber.
Now everybody.
And basically, when you check out like football, like, NFL and so forth, even college ball, they playing, they jump in that ice bath. You know what that does? After workout, you're gonna get sore. What it does is the ice slows down that soreness, and it's a healer. What heals you, what stops that soreness is the ice, is the cold, and what heals you is the heat. So what they do is they push it. With Floyd at his age, first of all, you be running 8 miles. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Like I said, that's why you guys get messed up after so many years. It's not from the fights, it's from the goddamn workouts, man.
Yes.
You breaking your body down, man. Got something? Anybody got something?
I wanted to mention one thing about the honey, because I'm sure Buzz is gonna go out and get it. When you buy the honey, don't get that bullshit honey that you buy in the supermarkets that you can squeeze
Oh, the honey, bro.
out the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not real honey. The real honey is solid.
Oh, it's solid. This is solid.
I like the raw honey.
This is solid. This is solid. This is like almost the consistency of Vaseline.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, and that's also good for wounds. If you have like a gash, you put some honey on there. What it does is prevents scar tissue, so the wound will heal with no scar.
Especially Manuka, and they showed you that in that movie that Denzel did. What was the name of that movie? Not The Executioner.
Yeah,
What's
the
that
last
movie?
one he did.
The Equalizer. He got wounded and he took some honey.
Yeah.
See, people don't know that,
Yeah,
man.
hyssop will keep the scar.
Oh yeah, hyssop is in the scripture.
Scarred up too.
Yep.
But the cryogenic, what was the cryogenic where they pretty much freeze you? You remember when T.O. broke his leg and still ended up playing the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
He was doing that. He broke his leg.
Which is stupid.
Yeah, he broke his leg and he actually ended up being able to play.
Yeah.
But without that cryogenic.
But mostly he was doing what's called a hyperbaric chamber. Which
Oh,
is
okay,
oxygen.
okay.
Yeah, he was doing
Oxygen therapy.
Yeah, oxygen therapy.
That's what it was.
It's
Never
a
mind.
hyperbaric chamber. But I got cryotherapy right here on Wikipedia. It says cryotherapy is the local or general use of low temperatures in medical therapy. Cryotherapy is used to treat a variety of benign and malignant tissue damage, medically called lesions, which you get that tissue damage when you're doing heavy workouts because you're tearing those muscle fibers. Okay, you're breaking down those muscle fibers. Also, whenever you do hard workouts, you flooding your body full of proteins because you're breaking down that muscle, man. All right, so it'll help your kidneys process the extra protein. Yeah, so if you get real sick or if you get like a bladder infection, you'll have the real dark pee. It's because your kidneys are being flooded with extra proteins, man. Okay, so you get that Coca-Cola piss.
Yeah.
All right. The term cryotherapy comes from the Greek cryo, meaning cold, and therapy, meaning cure. Cryotherapy has been used as early as the 17th century. Its goal is to decrease cell growth and reproduction, cellular metabolism, increase cellular survival, decrease inflammation, decrease pain and spasm, promote the constriction of blood vessels. Okay?
Swell up.
You won't swell up because why?
That's why in the old
Osmosis.
days, when you got a black eye, what did they put on your eye? A steak, a cold steak. Because that's what that was a form of cryo therapy.
Yeah, because it'll constrict those blood vessels. Because whenever the blood
I'm
vessels,
sorry, y'all. In boxing, they use the end swell. I remember before the end swell.
yeah.
I remember they used to take a bag of ice and they put it on the eye, and then they would tell you don't blow your nose because you don't want to blow your corpuscles in your nose because it's a buildup. Once you blow your nose, your eye's gonna swell up. So what they do is they'll take which is like a long Q-tip, and they'll clean out the blood and stuff and the snot in your nose, and they'll now they use the end swell, and they put it on there to slow down that swelling. You know, there's a science to it, man.
It's like you working at your legs a lot, and you put a lot of pressure on your knees. A lot of times, what you do is you get into a ice tub and just sit there.
Ice bath, yeah.
Yeah, what they do in the NFL, but now they use cryogenics.
Yeah,
but that's what the NFL players used to do. They'll get in the ice tub, and they'll bring it down.
Yeah, the cryogenics is nothing but a high tech.
This is a high tech.
Yeah, right. That's it.
It looks good, and all that.
It's
oh man, because my man Canelo did it because he saw Canelo want to be Floyd. That's
I was born ready.
I was born ready.
It says promote constriction of blood vessels.
I love shoes too much.
I like shoes too much.
And when using extreme temperatures to destroy cells by crystallizing the cytosol, which is the liquid found inside cells, also known as intracellular fluid. The most prominent use of the term refers to the surgical treatment, specifically known as cryosurgery. Other therapies that use the term are whole body cryotherapy and ice pack therapy.
Yeah.
Ice pack therapy.
You got a bonafide?
Somebody had a preset.
Right, 30 and 25.
But the best thing to do is work out every other day.
Here's a hyperbaric right here.
There you go.
We got it up.
Right, 30 and 25. A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet.
And that hits home.
Yeah.
And that's something that you Negroes can't seem to do.
That's just like the Daniel cleanse. You can. They went to the scriptures. When Daniel had when Daniel had it to where they was eating the pulse.
Hey brother, I was right when you said it. I was right here. I just clicked right on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole when you read that account, Daniel was pretty much showing the difference between eating pulse, which is vegetables, and against the king's food, which is rich meats, and you know how niggas have. You know what I'm saying? And basically the test showed that the guys that was eating the pulse was in better shape. They was better off than the ones that was eating the king's food.
They look healthy.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna read it. Daniel 1:11. It says, "Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, which is better known as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego." The 12th verse, it says, "Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us post to eat." And post, when you look up post, is nothing but mostly green vegetables, right? Like I make the green smoothie. That's post, man.
Yep.
It says, and water. What's that? Give me that Poland Spring. Not this garbage.
Right.
This is not water. This is poison.
God.
This is good water.
Legumes.
Take some lemon,
Legumes.
squeeze some lemon in it, man. It'll bring up the pH.
And you know, Esau has he can make the pH higher in these waters.
Yeah.
Well, you can put lemon to it. You
Yeah.
can add lemon to it.
He's just systematically destroying people. Man.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
He's the devil, man.
Okay, it says here 12, right? It says, prove that servants, and I beseech thee 10 days. What Daniel did, the prophet Daniel did, was an experiment. And experiments usually take 10 days, so you can your body doesn't change overnight. You know, you dramatically change your diet. In 10 days, you should see results. All right, some form of results. It says, prove that servants, I beseech thee 10 days, and let them give us post to eat and water to drink. 13. Then let our continent be looked upon before thee, and the continents of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat. And the king's meat was what you Jake eat today. You eat a lot of fried food, a lot of processed, a lot of starchy foods, a lot of carbohydrates. You load up on carbs, right?
Destroys you.
Which turns into sugars.
So
That's why Jake got diabetes.
Yeah, and Daniel wasn't castrated. He had his rod.
That's right. That's right. It says, then let us, 13 verse, Daniel 1:13. Then let our continents be looked upon, and a real physician can look at your face. Yellow, whites in your eyes, which are yellow. That's what's that called?
Yellow jaundice.
Jaundice. Yep, and that's from the kidney.
Liver.
I'm sorry, from the liver.
Hepatitis.
Liver. Hepatitis. Yep.
That's the bile coming out, right?
Yep. Yep.
Too much bile in the system.
Yep. Yeah, because those veins, the liver is surrounded by all types of arteries and nerves, the hepatic system. All right, it's called the hepatic vessels, man, that surround the liver. And once that thing gets swollen, just like the apostle just said, that bile will leak through the whole osmosis system that holds the intracellular fluid. Comes in and out of those veins and arteries, is thrown off, man.
And you can see Jake. You can look at Jake in the face and see that they're sick, man.
Hey, like the apostle was reading, you notice before the Lord gave certain prophets heavy visions, he told them to eat only things of the field.
Oh yeah,
because it gives you more of a clear mind. I noticed when I put off the meat for a minute or a few days, I have more of a clear mind. I got it. Whatever. But yeah, it's so that lets you know something. Here in America, we're taught to eat meat every day.
But breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks.
Yeah. You shouldn't wake up really eating that much meat.
Yeah, and they put stuff in that shit. So that chicken is fucking addictive, man.
That chicken ain't nothing but crack.
I'm a victim, bro.
Ain't nothing but white crack, bro.
Yeah,
Chicken is addictive.
Yeah.
I eat chicken every day.
Nigga, to fight.
Not chicken, turkey.
Yeah.
I don't eat beef. I rarely eat beef.
But that's the curses too. The Most High put on about Jake.
Yeah.
Jake, at one time, the people, we knew how to take care of ourselves, man.
Yeah.
Like Gad and Reuben, we lived in nature. It shows that they're Israelites, because that's the Israelite thing to do, eat the herbs. I got Deuteronomy 28 and 22. It says, the Lord shall smite thee with the consumption,
Man.
and with the fever, and with the inflammation.
That's it.
That's acid-based diet. Anything that's not of greenery, kale,
alkaline,
spinach,
alfalfa,
collard green.
Collard greens got a lot of acid, I think.
Oh yeah.
spring mix.
But it does have green.
Yeah. I think it may be the way Jake cook it though.
Well, Jake, if you eat it raw, then you're good, because it is greens.
Garlic is good.
Hey, I got speaking of garlic, right?
Garlic.
Oh, garlic is great.
Garlic is a bitter herb.
Onion is great. Raw onion. That's right. Bring it on out.
Numbers 11 started 5. It said we remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic.
So I guess Egypt wasn't bad at all. After all, Shaka,
They wanted to go back.
That's what they want to go back.
Yeah, you see, Polite was in Whole Foods. That's him.
Because the word help go back to whole. So The doctors, they're not healing. They just suppressing the fucking problem. So we're supposed to eat from the earth.
Right.
We come from the earth, so we got to try to get the, Lord willing, the best we can.
Yeah.
So it means whole. What's that damn medical shit is a racket, man.
Yeah, that's why he genetically alters the plants and shit.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And when you look up the word physician of no value, the word there is rapah, which the word rapah means to heal.
Yeah.
So a physician is really a healer.
Ooh, I got it right here.
You
I got it right. This is physician in Etymo online. Physician, a healer, a medical practitioner, physician, doctor, sage.
Right, because a sage was what? A wise man, a wise person.
Medicine.
So the sages, they would know how to deal with certain plants and certain herbs, and know, okay, well, this particular herb is good. It's a like, let's say for instance, golden seal. It's an antibiotic, but you can only take so much, because if you take too much, it becomes toxic to the body.
Yeah.
So he would know, okay, just take it 3 days or 4 days or a period of a week, and then stay off of it for a week.
Yeah.
And if the problem persists, do it again. Off and on.
Until
you get the desired, effect.
This is the Daniel fast on Wikipedia. It says the book of the biblical story is set in Babylon, where Daniel, 3 friends and fellow captives have been brought for education and military training. The king honors them by offering luxurious royal food, hoping to encourage their development. Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the king's portions and delicacies. And then, it says
he wasn't no sellout ass nigga like a lot of these other guys, man.
Yeah.
He refused to eat the king's meat. And you got these other Israelite groups that are trying to tell you to eat the king's meat. To settle it is to settle in the captivity that we've been brought in, man.
Yep. So Daniel refuses to eat foods forbidden by the Most High, and instead asks for pulse and water. The guard charged with the care expresses concern for their health. So Daniel requests a short test of the diet. For 10 days, they are permitted to eat just vegetables. At the end of 10 days, the guard was surprised at their good personal appearance and physical and mental health compared to those who had indulged in the royal foods. Therefore, Daniel and his friends are permitted to eat whole plant foods for the duration of their training. After continuing the diet during 3 years of training, they are judged by the king to be mentally superior. And then we
because that's what, whenever during the time of the Babylonian empires and other empires that were ruling, you can see an example of this on that show on Netflix, Marco Polo. When they went and conquered a foreign land, they would take the young princes or the basically the higher up kind of small children of that land and bring them into their country and train them up so they could tell, so those kids can tell the people like, okay, this is Judea. You can go here. These are the type of people in this land. These are the type of people in that land. And then they were sending Daniel and other people back into that land as basically eunuchs or servants to the king in that area, but except they were under Babylonian rulership. You see what I'm saying? So they would get them, fatten them up, teach them the ways of Babylon, teach them the ways of all the sciences of the different lands and stuff like that. Rome did that. They would go and conquer the different areas of like Germania, take the young boys, bring them to Rome, train them up, then send them back to rule Germania underneath Roman rule, man. It was common practice, And so that's what happened to Daniel and the other Hebrew boys, once Babylon took over.
That was just another thing to back up what YAHAWAH just said, as far as when the days that you don't eat meat, how you feel like you're thinking clearer. They said after 3 years of just eating straight up vegetables, they were mentally superior.
Right.
That's huge, man.
Because it's not like it's something typically wrong with meats,
right?
But the nutrition you get from most meats is their diet. And what are they feeding these damn chickens and shit, man?
Garbage.
Now
that's why it's best to try to at least get grass fed, but even
that,
it's all fucked up, man. It's all jacked up. But you gotta at least try, Yes.
I got a scripture right here. It says Deuteronomy 8, verse 7 on down. It says, "For Yahawah, the Most High, bringeth thee into a good land," which is the land of Israel, of course, "a land of brooks and water, of fountains and depths that spring out of valleys and hills, a land of wheat. This wheat you can't eat because it's got gluten in it. It's all messed up.
Yeah.
You know, the ancient world you can eat wheat. And barley is great for you. And vines, where you get grapes, and fig trees, figs are good for you, and pomegranates. I drink a lot of pomegranate juice. A land of olive oil and honey. A land wherein thou shalt eat bread, good bread, without scarceness. Thou shalt not lack anything in it. A land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills thou mayest dig brass. Let's talk about the land of Israel. 10. When thou hast eaten and art full, then thou shalt bless Yahawah, the Most High, for the good land which he hath given thee. And we talk about the kingdom, what we're gonna do in the kingdom, the woman we're gonna have, and all that. You forgot about the food.
Yeah.
When we get in the kingdom, we're gonna be eating. We're gonna be eating good.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why Esau ain't gonna be eating our scraps. They're gonna be eating shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, ISUPK talking about Esau gonna eat good in the kingdom. Not in my kingdom.
Why would you
He
even worry about that?
can eat your good food in your ISUPK kingdom. You Esau, you ain't gonna be eating good. You're gonna be eating. You're just gonna be eating, man.
You're gonna be eating dirt and grass and
They'll be eating actual food to sustain them, but they're not gonna be eating good.
Grass soup. Brother in London.
Real quick.
Well,
But the scripture you read, it mentioned the brooks and the waters. So the springs that the Lord created are naturally alkaline. You know, supposedly that's where this water came from. But these bottled water, all it is a name. They think of a good name to make it sound like it came from some clean place. Could be a well that's on the side of the road. They put in a bottle and they call it natural spring water or whatever.
Or what they could do is they can filter it, through a municipal filtering system or whatever, aqueduct, and then they filter it, and then they filter it more than one time. Actually, what you could do, you can take the dirtiest, nastiest water out there, and you do a thing called what is it called? Osmosis, and there's another term, distill it, which you take the water. Let's say you got swamp water, you ain't got no more water. You take the water, you heat it up, and you put like a pot over it, and the vapors that come to the top of that pot and that drip off, that's pure water.
Right.
So that's distilled water. See?
Right. Because when you drink that, when you get water, it comes from the mountain, right? You get, you have the snow and everything that comes down from the mountains and runs off those rocks. That's the natural minerals and everything that you get in the water. If it's running down into the ground, the roots are also feeding that water, man. A lot of times what Esau does, they strip the water of all the natural minerals that's been put in it by the earth, man. So it don't have no value.
Even the food too.
Yep.
That's why you have, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's 90 minerals that are essential for you, for you to eat every day. Now, they say that pink Himalayan salt or Himalayan pink salt has 84 minerals out of the 90 that you need per day.
Yeah, trace minerals are called.
So if you cook with Himalayan pink salt, you're gonna get majority of the nutrition anyway.
Or maple syrup, was it grade A, grade B? Grade B. Yeah, it has a lot of it in there. And then it mentioned pomegranate. Now, pomegranate for men, especially good for men, it's good for you. It raises your testosterone like 24% if you constantly drink it. I believe it's good for high blood pressure also. And figs are good, and it's also in the scripture that speaks about it. I forgot who used it, but for medicine.
They made a plaster, I believe it was, of figs, and they put it on. I think it was Hezekiah or one of those kings that had a oil
sick
in his foot. And that healed him.
Yep.
But I got some real quick. This is Salaki, you have something?
Quick precept. Book of Sirach 37, beginning at 28. It says, "For all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats.
Damn.
Well, then that goes into fat, people that are fat, or people that got a little chub on them, and then you got Jake that are known for being morbidly obese.
Yeah.
Now that's a sin right there.
Oh, yeah.
Being morbidly obese. Look up the word somebody look up the word morbidly obese.
I know in the law it says you shall eat no man of fat. That's why during that,
That's straight. And the Lord is straightforward, man.
Straightforward.
No man of fat.
that's why the Lord is always cutting the fat, right? Like in the lamb, the Passover lamb, he's always cutting the fat, trimming the fat, because he don't want the fat. I think the priests, they take the
And this
fat.
was the biggest trim this year, man. Hey, we thought nobody, everything was 2 weeks. Hey, brother, guys started falling off, bugging out. Man, Mosiah trimmed that fat, man.
It's some more on that.
I think in the law, I'm gonna keep reading. I think in the law, the priests would take the fat and burn it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You make oils out of fat, so you,
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah,
That is
you make
fuel.
oils out
That's
of
fuel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Most eyes efficient.
Yeah.
Use the fat, you can use it to burn it for fuel.
That's it. That's it.
But you go to church, they don't talk about none of this shit.
Right.
The church don't talk about much. It ain't got that.
Yeah.
All they
All they
do
do
is
is
sing and
sing and
dance.
dance.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing done over.
All your great R&B singers and your great singers, they all came out of the church, man. They all realized they're singing a talent from church, singing in the choir, you know. And as soon as they get that contract, boy, the most God is behind them.
Oh,
man.
like Beyonce.
Yep.
Oh
I
boy.
think when I forgot where I saw it. When you have your meal, it's supposed to be 80% veg, or fruit,
Right, and then
a little portion of meat.
a little portion of protein, and then a little portion of carbs, which is like a rice, potato. Yeah. The majority of meals supposed to be greenery,
Green.
you know, alkaline food, which Jake ain't gonna do that, man.
They do the opposite.
I was like, but that's what the green smoothie's for.
Well, that's where I drink a nice big thing.
Yeah.
And then one thing about the green smoothie, the way I make it, if I drink it let's say 9 in the morning, 8 in the morning, I won't be hungry. I'll forget to eat. It'll be about 5, 6, 7 o'clock, and I'll say, "Well, let me eat." I didn't eat anything. But if I don't think about eating, I won't eat, man, because that green smoothie with all those ingredients in it, and it sustains you for those many hours, man. And then all I do, I'll drink some water, some good water, and that's it. You know.
Yeah, because a lot of times when you're hungry, it's not because you need.
Most of the time, you're thirsty. Yeah.
A lot of times it's because you're thirsty or your body's lacking a nutrient or mineral.
Well, we're starving to death.
Yeah.
Basically, eating all this crap.
So
no nutrients in it.
Yeah, that's what Esau is basically starving out humanity,
They starve
little by
us.
little, you know, because the food you're eating is empty.
Yeah, empty calories.
It ain't food.
And the
it's
calorie is
mostly
basically
chemicals.
a measurement of heat.
Huh.
And food and heat comes from the sun.
Calories.
They're basically through GMOs, they're blocking the sun from getting to your system, man. So we're basically being starved out.
Starved to
You know
death.
what I'm saying?
All levels.
Oh, it's on the, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish the scripture. Pass it on. Ecclesiastes 37 and 28, 29. Be not insatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. For excessive meats bringeth sickness.
Man.
And that's plain.
Yeah, because you know the digestive system takes longer to process all that meat. So if you eat too much, the body stops working on other problems you have and just focus on the digestion of that meat. And then certain meats, depending on what you eat, are harder to break down than others. That's why you feel lethargic, or sometimes you'll just pass out. They call it itis because there's all that inflammation. So your body has to shut down so you can go to sleep, so you can concentrate on getting
Digestion.
that meat out of your system.
They call it rest and digest. You have
Rest
two
and
systems,
digest.
nervous systems. It's called the sympathetic nervous system and the presympathetic nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system. Whenever you eat, the parasympathetic nervous system kicks in and you go into a mode called rest and digest. And that's why you feel that lethargic feeling, because your body is focused on digesting all the foods that you eat.
Which I don't feel that too tough.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, you got to look at these comments. These guys are giving it good.
I was peeping at
insight, man. You know, one brother said, let me put this down. Yeah, it says all you need a day is 1.5 green smoothie,
I have spinach, wheatgrass, spirulina, banana, pear, and maca, which that's good.
Yeah,
I make it, whatever I have, I'll make it, man. And I never measure it. Somebody said, it was a Charles Session, says don't take pills, dude. Was this Arya Yasha Allah says cayenne pepper is a super herb. Yeah, cayenne pepper. I mentioned this. This is a good blood thinner, good for your circulation, and cayenne pepper too. If you're suffering from a heart attack and you got cayenne pepper, you take that cayenne pepper, that'll stop that heart attack or that stroke. You know. Go ahead, Ak, I'm sorry.
No. So I didn't mean to cut you off. No, I said they call, if I'm not mistaken, they call cayenne pepper the king of herbs. You know. So there's like certain herbs that are more superior. There's other herbs that are not as superior and they do the same thing. But there's certain ones that like you got what you call superfoods, you know, like avocados, like coconut oil, eggs, you know, different things like that. They do a whole lot, you know. But then there's some that do the same thing, but they're not as potent, you know, as that particular herb.
And when you buy eggs, like I'll buy brown eggs. I'll buy brown, organic, non-GMO, free range eggs. See, Jake just eat anything, man. You know? That's why you always messed up.
You gotta invest.
That's why you guys can't get the scriptures, man.
Right.
That's why you scoffers. I bet you scoffers got horrendous diet.
They don't get sick. Well, look at what's his name?
They get sick, man. They'll still scoff. Yeah, Baloo had diabetes, and he listened to us to learn how to, you know.
Diabetes.
And somebody mentioned the grapes of wrath 12 mentioned colloidal gold.
That's what I take.
Which is good.
That's what I take.
I just started.
Anybody who's like you
silver or gold is
if
good.
you can't get any ideas for lessons, or you feel like you can never, you're not creative, colloidal gold, or basically, man, it'll.
Well, if you're not creative, you're not an Israelite.
Yeah, that's right.
You check your genealogy.
Yeah, you're right. But you get that, man.
Jake be in their deathbed with creativity, man.
Mozart.
Jay Dillon was on his deathbed. Made a whole album. But yeah, that colloidal gold is good for it'll help you get your creative juices flowing, and amongst other things, your skin. You know, it's good. I take it.
And see, these guys that talk about this, the black woman is God. God of what? God of garbage?
Man.
Look, man. If you got a pain in your chest and you trying to go to the emergency room, right? You ain't running to no black woman on the street, but she ain't gonna help you.
Yeah. She gonna hold up the process when you get to the doctor. She gonna stop that. She the goddamn gatekeeper.
Yeah. And you go into the medical office and you see the black woman at the damn receptionist desk, you gonna say, "Fuck, gotta deal with this bitch."
Yeah, you gotta have a white woman, man.
Yeah, that's what she's looking for.
She got that good bedside manner. Hey man, when you in the hospital, man, you got a white nurse, you might nurse boy,
taking care of you.
They make you feel good, man. They make you.
Last week I had an Edomite.
Oh yeah.
I had a white woman.
They got a doctrine over telling us what type of fucking woman to have, man. Yeah, what's up with that shit, man? Tell me what type of woman to lay with, man.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I gotta be bound to the black woman.
That's the conscious Sunyan woman.
Yeah, that's the queen of heaven. Yeah. That's a demon called Baphomet and the queen of heaven.
Baphomet. Hey, this is one from Hasten is Coming. Shalom. You already know who that brother is.
Oh man.
Dark chocolate is great for brain stimulation. It's dark, and see, don't be eating no Kit Kats. I heard a report that somebody's eating a Kit Kat, man.
Give me a break.
Don't let me catch you eating no goddamn Kit Kats, man. I'm just messing with you. But anyway, you want to eat a Kit Kat, you eat a Kit Kat or a Snickers. But what you would What it do is have dark chocolate, man.
Dark chocolate.
The higher percentage of dark chocolate, the better. And that's a good stimulant, all right?
It don't taste like that other
Look,
chocolate.
man, you just gotta.
Okay, you get used to the taste. I like that taste. He said, no, I like the dark chocolate. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a whole new ball.
What's it taste, man?
It decalcifies your pineal gland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good way. Now, you brothers out there, the few of you sisters that want to get your creative juices flowing, your brain stimulated, you gotta decalcify your pineal gland, you know. And the way to do it, one way of doing it, I can give you a list of it. But vitamin C is good. Agua is good. You know, which is a go-to cola. There's an herb called go-to cola, and that
what ginkgo is.
ginkgo biloba. Yep.
You could cook with coconut oil because the fatty acids from the coconut oil lubricate your system, lubricate your brain. You know, another thing you can do too is look directly into the sun. They tell you don't look into the sun.
Yeah.
You'll go blind. You look into the sun for a few seconds.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
5, 10, however you
Kills
take it. Kills parasites and it decalcifies your pineal.
Yeah, that's a good white man.
Hustle around. I want to add on your coconut oil.
Okay.
Yeah, so coconut oil has a high burning point, meaning like a lot, you gotta use different oils too. Some oils, they oxidize, a little bit of heat, they turn black and start smoking. That's not good for you. Coconut oil has a high burning point, meaning you can make the pan real hot and it won't smoke, and you could cook in it. You know, anything when
Good to cook with.
Coconut oil is awesome, man, to cook in.
It has
And
so many uses.
also
Yeah,
avocado oil.
that's
I
good.
get that.
Grapeseed oil.
Grapeseed oil.
No, don't put it. No, grapeseed. Don't put it high at all. Don't put it too
Oh,
high.
it's low.
It doesn't have a burn. Yeah, some of them
Yeah.
don't have
Okay.
a high burn point. You know.
Avocados. Now,
Yeah, avocados
let's
is
talk about
a superfood.
avocados. I eat an avocado every morning. That coach, well, Apostle Ramlab over there put me onto this 3 years ago. You eat an avocado. If you have cloggage or any kind of problems, your heart attack, strokes, an avocado will prevent that. Avocado will prevent you from having a heart attack or a stroke. Well, I mean, this brother, I learned it, from this brother, Apostle Ramlab. It coats the heart. But well, y'all know Elder Tyler Doc, he put me on. It pushes plaque out of your arteries. It opens up the arteries, man. Cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper opens up the arteries, man. Keeps the blood, thins out the blood.
Oh my God! This guy, Rebel Alliance Media.
Yeah.
I like Gadite women.
Yeah.
Good for you. No, you like GMS. That's what you like.
Yeah.
You up at 2
That's cool.
Cayenne pepper
He might as
clears out
well join the camp. He
blockages.
up at 2 o'clock in
In
the
your
morning
arteries,
watching.
do you have any blockage or what they call that? Blood clots.
What?
Cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper.
It clears-
Cayenne pepper.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Does every free.
Cayenne pepper, it's instead of using Viagra and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can eat watermelon
Watermelon.
seeds, the white of the watermelon, man. That's natural Viagra, man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you put a pinch of cayenne in some
libido.
warm water. You put a pinch of cayenne in some warm water.
Yeah, before you take
What it
any
does is
herb,
it goes back to circulation, man.
Yep.
And the ultimate thing, tell y'all a secret, don't tell nobody now. You want to make a woman call the cops on you after you get in the bed with her? Take some Yohimbe.
Oh yeah, they was on the comment board talking about that. Tiger Ali and your
I knew about Tiger Ali. I never tried it, but Yohimbe, brother, man,
Somebody call it.
Hey,
somebody call the cops quick.
I'm gonna say this too, right? Because brothers out there that be messing around with different women and stuff. All right, good thing to have on hand is something called D-Manos.
D-Manos.
And what does that do?
It prevents urinary tract
Urinary
infection.
tract infection.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these
Cranberry
chicks, man,
tablets.
cranberry,
And oil of oregano.
yup, all of that,
That
man.
combination right there.
chicks, their diet's all fucked up. You
Yup.
just smashing them and shit.
Because a urinary UTI, urinary tract infection, that's is a bacteria.
For the nasty one, nasty girl.
Basically,
Somebody said horny goat weed.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty
Cayenne
good.
pepper and ginger. That's
Cayenne pepper and
and
ginger.
ginger and
Ginger.
some tea.
Ginger.
And that's how bronchitis.
He's busting all kinds of nuts.
Yes.
Dirty money.
Hey, this guy. These guys like us. Man.
Yeah,
They
man.
like us, man, you know?
Why else
The
would
only
you be up
problem
at
these
2
niggas
o'clock?
got is they don't believe the reincarnation, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they trip.
I don't know if this is marksman or KOC, but y'all know about Prince. He was Amadeus, right? What's his name?
Mozart.
Wolfgang Mozart Amadeus. That he came back as Prince.
That was
right?
him. That was him. Excuse me. Yeah, Prince, but
I got some real quick. This is
this guy said, "Holy
Honey
Ghost,
Ghost,
yeah." So he gives you the Judas Maccabee spirit.
Yeah.
Well, since you mentioned Judas Maccabees, he was an expert on the earth.
That's right. Right. Right.
Somebody get that.
I bet you niggas didn't know that is.
Somebody can get you. Get that scripture. It's in the Maccabees.
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
what you got?
You gonna bring out that
Scrap?
I mean, whenever I can
yeah,
get
let's
it.
get it out. You know, while we looking for it.
So did y'all still want morbidly obese? While y'all
Oh
looking for
yeah,
that?
Yeah, you get that.
It's, morbidly obese is a medical term describing people who have a body mass index of 40
I got it.
or of 35 to 40 with significant medical problems caused by or made worse by their weight. BMI of 40 amounts to approximately 100 pounds above your ideal weight. Severely
So if you're supposed to be 150 pounds, if you're 5'7", and you about 170 pounds, if you're 270 pounds, that's morbidly
That's a
obese.
damn shame.
That means you can drop dead.
If you a big fat nigga, that means you more. You can look at a dude. You don't got to do no BMI test on it. You can just look at a dude, man.
Let me say this.
If you can look down and you can't see your toes, you're morbidly obese.
That's a damn shame.
Okay,
Man.
and you need to do something about that.
And let me say this, brother, about that morbidly obese thing, man.
No more Kit Kats.
that creates elevated levels of estrogen.
Yeah, I got
it. Okay. For you retards that don't know what that means it makes you feminine, man. Or like YAHAWAH, he said feminine.
You go remember that king, Eglon?
Yeah.
Moabite.
Yeah.
Well, it's skinny now, man. You rarely see a fat Moabite.
And you know why he was morbidly obese? Because of his diet. Eglon, you guarantee you he didn't have a diet according to the books.
Hey, now check this out. Now, Alizé, if you're watching, you don't like this scripture. This from your favorite scripture. 2 Ezra 12 chapter in the 51st verse. But I, Esdras, showing you that Israel was in the earth. But I remained still in the field 7 days and this is after he got that revelation that nobody can break down except for the apostles of GMS and the men below. Because we're the only ones that can break it down. Nobody else. Not Ariah. Ariah can't break it down. Yeshaya can't break it down. Lahab can't break it down. Alizé, you can't break it down. Your sidekick can't break it down. Nate can't break it down. Yohana can't. None of you guys can break it down, right? I like to mess with guys. KOC, Ram, y'all can't break it down. But I remained still in the field 7 days as the angel commanded me, and did eat only in those days of the flowers of the field, and had my meat of the herbs or herbs. 2 Maccabees 5:27. But this is when Judas and them were fleeing from the Syrian, the Edomite. But Judas Maccabees with 9 others or thereabout withdrew himself into the wilderness and lived in the mountains after the manner of beasts with his company, and fed on herbs continually, lest they should be partakers of the pollution. So that helps you from when you get toxins in you, herbs push out them toxins.
Right.
So in order for him to know what herbs to eat, Judas Maccabees had to be an expert on the herbs. He wasn't a Levite.
And they get trained in that from young kids, man. That was a part of the school.
We lost, man. We lost.
We
Why would you want to
right.
be in this goddamn place?
Oh, man, that's real talk.
You watch when a dog gets sick, they start chewing on the
Right.
grass.
That's
So
right.
they don't know. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
And they get chlorophyll from it. And when you drink them green smoothies, what you get the main thing you get out of that is chlorophyll, man.
That's right, man. That's
Detoxifies.
right.
Mainly when you juice it too.
Green detoxifies.
That's
So
right.
when everything is coming back to life, what color is it? Green.
Right.
Green.
So green, it detoxifies the body.
That's right, man. You gotta eat green stuff.
And you know how Jake likes to eat that grilled meat? You know, you put the meat on the grill,
Ah,
it gets that black char mark. Well, that causes cancer. So they say like if you have wheatgrass, in your stomach, when you eat that stuff, what the wheatgrass does, it binds those carcinogens and it moves it out of your system so it doesn't go into your bloodstream.
Right. Another thing, brothers, you hearing, you listening about all these herbs. A lot of you can't just go get those herbs. You got to detox yourself first.
That's right.
It ain't gonna work. You just going, you all fucked up.
Well, you gotta learn. You gotta learn
Yeah,
it. You gotta learn it,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
And I'm gonna try to do more videos on
YouTube.
herbs and stuff, man. And we're not gonna charge you $14.95 either.
Yeah.
Like
Like
Yahana.
certain, like Yahana. Okay.
I got 10 amazing benefits.
Oh,
of
well, the main thing niggas don't, Hospital Hall mentions is, well, you gotta know the kind of water to drink. You niggas don't like to drink water.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what, man? Don't even think about drink. You got Jake's drinking Coca-Cola. You couldn't pay me to drink Coca-Cola. I don't drink Coca-Cola. I don't drink Pepsi Cola. I don't drink Mountain Dew.
Snapple.
I don't even drink ginger ale, man. I mostly drink water. I'll drink water, the good water. I'll have some good liquor, like vodka, and I'll have some wine.
Yeah.
The scriptures tell you about drinking wine for like.
Vodka actually has benefits.
Of course, it's made for medicinal.
Well, the vodka use intentions, right?
It's a fat burner.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of those top athletes, man, to burn fat before the competition, they'll take a shot of vodka.
Because it brings your temperature, it makes you hot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of times
You burn more calories, man.
That's like when people training, they usually just stay on alcohol versus beer or wine, because that wine has a lot of calories.
Sugar.
Sugar.
Well, you can drink wine, but it does have calories. Yeah, you can drink wine.
You gotta work out to counteract that.
I got an article real quick. I don't know.
Go ahead.
This is a globalhealingcenter.com. 10 amazing benefits of chlorophyll by Dr. Edward Group, DC. Blah 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 blah. All these other tags to his name. Number 1, helps control hunger and craving.
Oh.
2,
That's just like Apostle Hart just said. When you drink that green smoothie in the morning,
yeah,
throw avocado in it, just like Apostle Ricard said. All those greens, throw
you
them in
don't
there.
be hungry.
Because it's hard to sit up there and eat greens like that. If you can't eat them like that, grind them shit
You're
up.
breaking them down.
Yeah.
And well, green represents the truth.
The truth. Right.
Because what's the Latin word for green? Verde.
Verde. Yeah.
Verde,
Yahawashai had
means that's
green.
where you get the word verified. Green is the truth.
I thought Tybo represented the truth.
Excuse me.
You know what Tybo represent? It represents.
Yeah.
Also, when
God choose me.
when they want you to speak the truth, they do what? They put the green light on. Like green represents, because colors,
Well,
They have vibrations.
there's a whole color therapy, man.
Color have
Color,
vibrations.
When you go to a hospital, you long term in a hospital, a couple of days, they don't put you in a black room.
Blue.
They put you, well, not just blue. It could be blue, it could be green, it could be yellow, or it could be a combination of them, and white. Because those are healing colors of nothing but vibrations.
Right. That's why McDonald's uses orange and they use a red and brown, because it makes you hungry. Those colors make you hungry.
Color therapy.
Yeah.
See, there's a science and everything, man.
You know you read about that.
Yeah.
The ephod. Ephod has different.
You have the stones.
Yeah, it has different colors.
And also they said whenever you go to school, they said they don't want to put red or orange in the room because it makes the kids more hyper.
Well, the bull sees red. When the matador has the cape, he sees that red.
Well, they say red is the color of the gods.
Mars.
When people get angry, they say, I see red.
Out of war.
Red. I see
Yeah,
red.
it's an excitable color.
They use pink during Valentine's because that makes you more emotional.
Passive.
Yeah.
God damn.
I got a
Yeah.
scripture. This is Psalms 104, and I'll start at 13. He watereth the hills from his chambers. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of thy works. He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, and herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth, and wine that maketh glad the heart of man, and oil to make his face to shine, and bread which strengtheneth
Real
his heart.
Real bread.
Real bread. The trees of the Lord are full of sap, because there's nothing wrong with bread. It's just that the bread you're eating today
It's garbage.
garbage.
Even the wheat bread, because it's gluten. You got to get gluten-free bread.
Yep.
Hey, somebody put down that chew on
Clothes. You mean
Oh,
clothes?
he said clothes. He said clothes. He meant clothes.
Oh, brother, yeah.
Okay. This is still in the back of the article. Number 2, controls body odor. All right.
The what?
Hey, that's why the females be stinking like that, bro.
Well, their pH balance is
Yeah,
better.
they don't eat enough greens, man.
These women are nasty diets.
Man, they be stinking.
All women should know about pH balance.
Yeah,
The churches be
lay down with a female.
in raunchy, man.
And a
And a
woman,
lot of these, and the women, first of all, the black woman, God. A lot of these women don't even know how to douche, man.
they don't bathe. They
But
shower.
they don't know how to douche.
No matter what they ask, the right way.
Hey, a man can get away with showering. The woman got to bathe, man.
A woman's gotta-
You gotta
a woman
learn how
gotta
to douche.
So
These women shower.
They supposed to be putting oils and flowers and stuff, and they supposed to soak in it.
Purification of women.
Get the scripture. Get the scripture. Get it, brother.
That's the second.
But if anybody should know about pH, it should be a woman because that's very important to
A
a
woman ain't
woman.
supposed to smell like a linebacker.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
A woman is a natural, is an incubator, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be more careful with your body than a man.
That's right.
You're a walking, talking incubator.
Yeah.
That's your purpose, all right?
Yeah.
I got the book of Esther, the 2nd chapter, the 12th verse. Now, when every maid's turn was come to go into King Ashura,
Jake is crazy, man.
after that she had been
Gotta soak that
12 months, according to the manner of the women.
box. Jake is crazy, man. Hey, you got all the comedians in here, man.
Yeah, it says after that she had been 12 months, according to the manner of the women. So it was a manner, it was a way, for the women. For so were the days of their purifications accomplished, to which 6 months with oil of myrrh and 6 months with sweet odors.
Oh my goodness.
Just imagine what she smells like.
Oh my
after that.
goodness.
That's what I say.
You be all kissing on
Can you
them.
imagine how
You
good she
smell it.
tastes?
You smell it coming a mile away.
Yeah, they showed that on that the series Spartacus, where the Dominus, she was soaking milk and honey and bathing. You know what I mean?
But these women have these black women especially have a odor.
Yeah,
It's like a burnt hair.
Lotion.
They don't have odor. They don't have odor. They have OD.
Look at that odor that Richard Pryor talked about.
Yeah, some of them
They just come with our own smell.
It smell like a foot locker.
Them hound dogs, them hound dogs to get it just like that.
Oh yeah, they catch out here quick.
Let me tell you guys about the black woman, these niggas out there. The black woman, like you said, she got that pink
She
lotion.
really got that odor.
Burnt pink lotion, nasty smell.
Take a look.
Hey, well, that proves the scriptures to be true, man.
Yeah.
Well, get that. Oh, this is for Tommy Sotomayor. If he's watching, he's talking about the black woman with the hair-hatted hooligan. Well, there's a reason why they're wearing hair hats.
It stinks.
Yeah, they had it.
Hey, what's Tommy's number? Let's call him.
Well, he about to debate polite.
Yeah, well, boy, I will watch. I ain't gonna pay for it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it after about. So I'm never gonna say, look, I ain't gonna put this up for 6 months.
You know a nigga
That
will
dude
record
gonna
it.
put that up about 3 days after,
instantly.
man. I ain't paying for shit.
And cinnamon is a
Did you have more
natural
possible?
odor neutralizer. It's like you have 26 benefits of cinnamon, like odor neutralizer, like the cinnamon leaf oil, and they have for PMS as well.
You can soak your feet in cinnamon and water.
Right, I'm saying you can drink it also for weight loss. Because it lowers your blood, but it increases your metabolism.
Oh, how it was going hard.
Right.
Old bodybuilders in the 80s all that.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Right.
So I use cinnamon sticks in my water. Now, there's a certain kind.
Right.
It's a Ceylon brand.
Right.
So yeah, it's better with the kidneys and stuff like that.
That's
Also,
it,
that's
man.
good for Alzheimer's as well.
Right.
Alzheimer's come from a lack of drinking water.
Yeah. Check that out.
Yeah, come.
They're not hydrated. Yep.
Exactly. So you ask a person with Alzheimer's when the last time they drank water, they can't remember when the last time they had
Yeah,
water.
because they can't remember anyway.
That's right.
But Jake is all messed up, man. But Jake doesn't know the sciences. Like my King Marshall, he's always Esau knows them sciences, man. See, you Jakes don't know them sciences. They have everything down to, and that's true. One thing about Esau, I give him credit. He has everything down to a science, man. You know, he codifies everything, so you can't get it.
Right.
But everything is down to a science, man.
Yep. It's just like Apostle Gabor always says, how you gonna lie about something? You gotta know the truth to lie about something. You gotta know what you lying about. You can't just randomly lie. You gotta know what you lying about. So Esau searched out all this stuff, man.
In Psalm 64, search our iniquities.
Yeah.
They accomplish a diligent search. I ain't talking about Jake, I'm talking about Esau.
So he can lie about that shit. I can't tell you if I come up to you and be like, hey, where's CVS? And you can't lie to me about where it is unless you know where it is. Well,
exactly.
You know it's to the left, but you tell me it's to the right.
Yeah, the only way you can tell a lie is by knowing the truth.
Okay.
Yeah, you say
Yeah. Proverbs 15 and 17. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox and hatred therewith. So the herbs is better than his love.
Herbs.
Better than a lot of meat.
because it's better for you. There's benefits to it.
It's a better
the meat tastes
dinner
good,
of herbs.
but
Too much of it.
It'll throw your mood off if you just eat too much
damn meat all the time.
Yeah, it'll really have a
Matter of fact, I got the law right there. You brothers gonna laugh. Leviticus 7:23 and 24. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Ye shall eat no manner of fat, of ox, or of sheep, or of goat.
yeah, like when you eat them oxtails have
It's
not
fatty.
fat on them.
It's fatty, man.
Now you know when you buy that meat, which you buy the meat in the supermarket, which they put it in that styrofoam container. If you look at it, the majority of it is fat.
Right.
Check it out the next time like when you get the grass-fed beef, it's lean. You can see it. And it's much more expensive. If you get that bullshit ass meat,
It's fat all over it.
the majority of it is fat,
Yeah.
especially if it's lamb. You'll see that big, and we're not supposed to eat any lamb fat.
Be damn near about to die trying to eat that shit.
Yeah. It's mostly
You
fat.
can chew it for 30 minutes and it won't break up. You just,
Yeah, right?
Yeah, my theory is if you can't chew it with your teeth, I don't swallow.
Yeah,
Fuck that shit.
we had a
If I eat
almost
meat,
died at the fast.
if I eat meat and I can't chew it with my teeth, I spit that shit out.
And somebody said bee pollen is good for you.
That's good for you.
Well, that goes hand in hand with your Manuka honey.
Yeah, that bee pollen, high amounts of that cures asthma. I mean, because some people are allergic to it. So if you're not allergic to it and you have asthma, you take large amounts of it, it cures the asthma. Because it opens up your bronchial tubes and whatever the technical term is for it.
And coming back to Manuka honey, that comes from New Zealand and also Australia. And basically, the bees pollinate. What is that? Tea tree.
Yeah, tea tree.
So that's what that is. It's tea tree.
Tea tree oil is good too.
Yeah, tea tree oil is great.
For rashes.
Expensive though.
Expensive.
Yep. That is back when these women, while they all off. It's Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16. It says, moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. And that's the nigga woman, man. They proud. They don't even know how to take care of their damn self, man.
But see, if you really in the know and you really know what's going on, your eyes are open, you really don't really get that mad at the woman. See, Tommy Sotomayor is mad because he doesn't understand that he's in the curses, you know? That's why he gets on the black woman, which that's understandable. But once you understand, you know, the curses that you're suffering, then you really don't get that mad.
Yeah.
You just avoid the black woman. I don't get that. I
Yeah,
don't get uptight with the black woman. I just avoid it, man.
Yeah, come.
Until she gets back in order. She just had an order, and the reason why she's out of order is because the Most High, you know, put that spirit on her to be out of order to get at us. You know.
I didn't say this, Apostle. She's just a casualty of war, man. Whenever,
Exactly.
you know, whenever you had one group of people take over another group of people, what they do is they go to the villages, they kill the man off, and they take the women. And that's what we're seeing now.
Yeah.
That's what we're seeing now.
Well, that's what the Moors did.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got the people of Naples and Sicily.
Sicilians, yeah.
With the surrounding islands, because they look like them spaghetti westerns. They would get the way they would have the Gadites. They would get those Sicilians, you know, because they look like Gadites. Yep, put wigs on them and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the guy that remember they had the Indian guy. And he was crying because they were littering.
Yeah.
I think he was supposed to be Sicilian.
He's Italian. Yeah,
he's Italian.
He's not even Gadite.
Yeah. But they're Israelites.
He looked like a Gadite.
It looked like a Gadite.
That's why they call it spaghetti western.
Spaghetti is right because it made exactly. Like I said, the Moors, they went, and that even goes as far back as the Punic Wars with Hannibal Barca, and basically what they did, and I heard, and from what I understand, Hannibal Barca's wife was a Spaniard, so they were Israelites. And I looked up the word Barca, his last name, and it Esau come out straight and tell you it means Barak, which means blessed. You know, so Esau doesn't hide that. I'm gonna look it up, see if I can find it.
What's that area called? Iberia, right? Was that over there?
Yeah, Iberia, but their kingdom was part of North Africa too. So Jake didn't just come out of West Africa; they came out of North Africa, and they left their seed among the people of Sudan and Egypt. You know,
well, because they was taken up there during the Arab slave trade. During the Arab slave trade, a lot of Jakes were removed and taken up into northern Africa, man.
So we're all over the place.
That's where they became Moors.
The prophecy said that it was going to be scattered everywhere. There's not a piece of land that ain't got Jake on it.
That's right.
Right. And I mentioned that land that they called Iberia too. That word Iberia means Hebrew.
Ibar.
Yep, Ibar. When you look it up.
Sure.
Yeah, so
y'all want me to finish this article on?
Go ahead.
Okay, so slack.
24. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, which that's how a woman's supposed to have a sweet smell, like Apostle read in Esther.
Right.
And instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink.
Man,
that's true.
So true.
It's true.
And instead of a girdle, a rent.
That's the Issachar women, man.
So
what I'm saying.
Yeah, their bodies are.
Oh man, they bodies.
He cursed the different tribes in different ways.
Yeah, they bodies fall. They keep. They will say they keep their hair, but they'll smell like a dead body. They'll smell like a dead body and they dead. Yep, the body all they look like a goddamn bowling pin.
Get out of here with chicks too, man.
It's SpongeBob SquarePants.
Man.
Well, that's part of the curse.
That's right. Curse says stomach look like a bag of water.
Hey, now check this out. Okay, I'm changing the subject a little bit. I looked at the word Hannibal, right? Hannibal, 247 between 183 and 181 BC. A fully Hannibal Barca, right? Was a Punic military commander from Carthage, that's northern Africa, all right? Now I'm going to click on the word, his last name is Barca, right? Show you that Esau knows, man. It says the Bar Kid, which is from the word Barca, family was a notable family in the ancient city of Carthage. Many of its members were fierce enemies of the Roman Republic because they were Edomites. Bar Ka or Bar Sid is an adjectival form coined by historians. And then it goes on to say the actual by name was Bar Ka, Barkis, which means lightning. And then they give you the Hebrew word Barak, which is Bar, Ra, and Kwa. Then it says Barak in Canaanite and Hebrew. And the Canaanite language is Hebrew. So there you go.
That's lightning.
Then it says it's lightning. It's actually, his name actually means lightning. All right. So that was an omen nomen. Bar-Ka or Bar-Ka in Arabic and similar words in other Semitic languages. Semitic goes back to what? Shem. The people of Shem spoke Hebrew. So Esau knows, man.
That's how he took down his enemies quick, right?
Yeah.
Lightning.
Yeah, that's where you get that term blitzkrieg from, lightning warfare.
Yeah, lightning warfare.
You know, something quick. You know, like even with this devil Alexander the Greek said when he was taking the Persian and the Medes down, it said his feet didn't touch the ground. You know, because the Lord gave him that spirit to conquer, you know, those darker nations, because those dark nations, they were powerful. You know, it was back then. It was start insane to go to war against the Persians. You know, but the Lord put the spirit on that devil to do what he did because he was that next empire that was supposed to come up to rule after the Persian and the Mede Empire. You know, anybody got anything?
Go ahead, y'all.
That was it on that.
Okay, well, I got this article back in the globalhealingcenter.com. Point number 3 was chlorophyll encourages healing. The use of chlorophyll to promote the healing process.
Oh, yeah, if I could say this real quick. Okay. Now, we're talking about wheatgrass. There was this one lady who had gangrene in her legs. And she started taking different types of grasses and it reversed the whole process. So she you know, because if you get gangrene in your legs from lack of circulation, they cut your leg off because they say it's going to spread to the rest of your body. So she took different types of grasses. Now, I don't know if she ate them or juiced them or whatever she did, but it reversed it and then all that gangrene went away on her feet. You know?
Bottom line, you can reverse, you know, Esau uses term, you know, terminal cancer, terminally sick. They can put you in the hospice. Now, I know, listening to Gary Knoll, which he's a Gadite. He looked like an Edomite. He's a Gadite. Because he even said it. He said, yeah, my people go back to Cherokee, you know. But he looked like an Edomite. Basically, what he does is, if you're sick, right, if you're sick to the point of death and the doctor says, oh, we can't heal this man, that's when he'll take you for free. If you ain't got money, he'll heal you, and he'll heal you back, man. You know? I don't know if y'all know this one by the name of Utrice Lee. Y'all probably don't know her. If you listen to WBAI, which is in the New York area, she was like the radio manager, and she was morbidly obese. You know, she stayed fat, and it got so bad that she was about to die, and they basically said, we can't do nothing. You're going to die in a couple of months. So she went to Gary Knoll, and now this is going back like 6 months ago, 7 months ago. She's all right now. And what he did was he started her off with onions, like raw onions and garlic and different water and stuff, and made her walk. And then she's all right. She's you know. And he said there's no guarantee, but you know, if you're willing to
give it a shot,
you know, miracles can happen.
Yeah.
He's a real physician.
Because if you know, if you ain't got.
Oh, and you said he's a real physician, right? Was the difference between him and a Dr. Sebi? You better have a lot of money.
Yeah,
you better hit the lotto, which proves that he's not a holistic doctor or physician.
Right.
Because if you don't have the money, the doctor ain't supposed to charge you, man.
That's true.
there was this one kung fu movie that they had this one physician, and they had this rich guy come and he healed them and he charged him a certain amount of money. Then a poor guy came and the rich guy was watching, and the doctor said, "You all right? You don't got to pay nothing." So he said, well, why do I have to pay and he doesn't have to pay? I said, because he's poor, he can't afford it. So I charge you to help him.
Yeah.
And that's socialism, you know?
That's a real natural path.
That's a natural path, which Dr. Sabi is full of shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, if you was really about healing people, because if you don't have the money, you asked out.
Yeah.
If I have a way to heal you, I'm not going to charge you, man. Even if you got the money. If I have that knowledge, I'm going to give it to you. Okay, you get this herb, you get that herb.
That's why the Hootie left him. The Hootie left him, said he was charging too much.
Because he was all about the money, so he really wasn't. He really wasn't righteous, man.
Yeah. Hey, well, look at all the information you got tonight, you know, for free. You know, all the different herbs and the different, you know, foods you could take and eat. You know, you got all that for free. You know, and when this video once this live show is done, it goes right up on YouTube. You know, automatically, so anybody could download it and get the information.
And we're just touching on things. We're touching the surface. What you can do is you take out keywords, you look them up, and that's how you learn. And most of these holistic physicians are people that had diseases that went to a doctor, the doctor couldn't heal them, and what they did, they want to die, so they researched. And then they became great physicians.
Yep.
You know?
Pretty much all the information is out there. It's worth for Google.
Yeah, that's right.
Look it up.
Oh, you can find mostly you can find anything on Google, man.
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta get out.
I'm sorry.
No, it's like it. No, so you gotta get out of the mind frame of this world where if you're sick.
Well, that's Jake's problem.
Yeah.
Jake runs this devil, man.
Because they black ass mama teach him that.
Yeah.
But then, first, my mama. My mom. I sound like this guy. This guy that Fort Tyson beat his ass twice. Holyfield. He always talk. My mama told me. My mama told me. Never give up no matter what you do. Like, so my mama pulled me to the side and told me. She said, don't give up in anything. Just keep on.
Just keep on keeping on.
You tell you about your mama tell you that shit?
Yeah. She didn't tell me about that. All my mama told me was to be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
Man.
And now I'm paying for it.
She'll tell you about tasting about to bite your ear.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Hey, so come on now. Come
Okay.
on. What's up? Y'all are young men. Come on now.
All right, so this is number
Most
4.
I call it young. They call it young man for his strength.
Serious about the
Well, you know, pretty much the chlorophyll is the blood life of the plants.
Hey, GMS rebuked the tempest out. Said it sounded like the water boy. Hey, you ever saw that movie, The Water
Oh,
Boy?
man.
Oh, that's the funniest. That's the funniest.
Foosball. That foosball.
Hey, the Bible said everybody was the devil.
Yeah.
What about George Washington was the devil?
Foosball is the devil.
All right, go ahead. Somebody say something.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, chlorophyll, that green tint or that green liquid that you see that comes out of plants, that's the blood life of the plant.
Yeah, that's
You know?
what plants.
So pretty much, if you put it into your system, it helps regenerate your system because greens detoxify and reds rejuvenate and replenish. You know, that's why, like, if you do a workout, after a workout, Jake's body breaks down because they don't know how to rebuild it back up. You know, you're supposed to make a smoothie or something, have some type of berries that you put into your system that have antioxidants that remove all of that acid and stuff out of your system.
Right. The difference between the red smoothie and the green smoothie. A green smoothie is a healer.
Yep.
Rejuvenator, and a red smoothie builds you up.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
They say greens detoxify, fruits heal.
That's pretty much it. You know, it's simple. You know, you have.
It's simple, man. But you Jakes out there, you don't want to take the time out to research things, man. And a lot of y'all be running to me asking me questions, man, where you can get the answers yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of this information that I get like I said, it's from Google. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of money like Folky when they had the Royal Prince book challenge. Y'all got a challenge for you. When you gonna go back out on the highways and the byways? That's my challenge. Okay.
Riddle me that.
Yeah.
Do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes or not?
Now, go ahead, you got it.
Bring it. You guys
got a scripture?
No, this is, I went to this place with them today, Mrs. Green's.
Miss Green's.
There, by the way. I had got what you call a lemon ginger blast, right? Lemon ginger blast is the benefits of it is like antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-mucus, anti-parasitic, enhance circulation, stimulates digestion, and neutralize free radicals, right? So you have like the ingredients, it's like celery, ginger, lemon, habanero, turmeric, fresh mint, cilantro, cucumbers, 2 apples, spinach, and water. So they call lemon ginger blast. It's real good, bro.
Yeah,
I got that today. Yeah,
it's a juice.
yeah, it's juice.
Yeah, Miss Green's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the all green, you know,
Yeah.
with beets and ginger, cayenne pepper. Yeah, that's my, you know, that chlorophyll. That's what I like to use.
That's the frequency we on.
Yep.
Yeah, you eat that acidic shit, that KFC and fast food, that shit put you on a different frequency.
Yeah, it vibrates. Yeah, it
All
does.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Bro.
Should be cloudy.
Y'all remember that time, what was it, with Floyd fought,
Man, we was eating that chicken.
oh man, we was eating Church's chicken that night.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Red,
That was like we just got the truth, man. That wasn't
man.
recent.
Yeah, man. Oh,
That shit open
That's
till
what
like
Dion
4 in the morning.
That's
oh
what
man,
Dion
that
was.
shit turned us into straight up animals.
Yeah, we was drinking beer and chicken, man. But if you look at Jake in the Hood, a big part of why they act like that is their diet.
The
That's
diet.
why that should be open 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
They be looking like zombies, like
Yeah.
walking to the fucking
Yeah.
church.
Oh, the churches, Mama's Chicken in Kansas
Crackhead
City
chicken.
is open 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's systematically put there.
Yeah.
Esau knows what he's doing. He studied you, and he's like.
But we all have a taste for that every once in a while.
That manna.
You know what I'm saying? If you gonna eat,
Yeah, but you know what? Just
Biscuits.
limit it to like once every 2 months, man.
Yeah.
you need to be by yourself, but you're gonna be eating.
My thing is burritos.
We
That's my
healthy
weakness.
men. You have the Peter Church's chicken. You be feeling that shit the next day. You feel like shit. You know.
It's crap.
Yeah, your body like.
That's why I call it crackhead chicken
Crackhead
joints.
chicken, yeah.
Oh, somebody put in Yashala activated charcoal,
Oh, yeah.
which I have
Oh, yeah.
activated charcoal.
Before you go to bed,
Yeah.
kill it. You won't if you've been drinking, it'll kill your hangover.
Yeah, you don't have to take that all the time, but if you have a problem issue, you take that, it cleans you out.
Food
man.
poisoning. You take
Food poisoning, drug overdose.
even a snake bite.
It's good to have. It's good to have. And it just,
But yeah, well, that's Esau's biggest moneymaker, man, is them drugs, getting people sick and putting them on them drugs. That's the number one moneymakers at pharmaceutical industry.
That's why you don't hear about that guy no more, Kevin Trudeau.
Yep.
I mean,
They
the
locked him
natural
up
cures.
over there. Yeah,
They put a
got
gag order on him. Well, he said they were trying to lock him up. That Edomite Kevin Trudeau, and then they had put a gag order on him. And then I guess eventually they locked his ass up, man. You don't hear about him here. You don't hear about his book.
Where he
That was
been?
back in the late
Yeah, he was
90s.
sealed.
Yeah.
Cause they
No,
probably,
he's been around. He's been around.
I got that. I got that book too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got.
He had 2
It's
books.
a good book.
Yeah, that shit's a good book.
They're giving them a hard way to go.
But yeah.
Okay.
Some woman to bring up.
All right. So this is number 4. It says promotes cleansing. Environmental pollutants such as toxic metals can quickly destroy health. Chlorophyll bonds with toxic metals to hamper absorption, and research has shown that it can do the same with some carcinogens.
There you go.
Okay.
Like we're talking about wheatgrass, that wheatgrass binds those carcinogens, which is one of them is that black marks on the meat when you grill them. It'll bind it and move it out your system so it doesn't go into your system and destroy your cells.
Yeah. So the
And
carcinogen.
somebody put in. This is the masha pot.
on the marshall pie.
Yashala. They have what's called black salt, which was that activated charcoal in it, which has activated charcoal in it. I do have black salt,
Which has sulfur in it
which
too.
has sulfur in it too. Yep.
Sulfur is essential component. I mean, I don't know, mineral or whatever for your body.
It's in garlic. That's what's in garlic.
It's in garlic. Yeah, see.
Garlic is great for you, man. Too much garlic is a poison. Garlic is great. So
it'll make you anemic. Too much of it'll make you anemic. But you take just enough.
Because what it does is thins your blood out.
Thins your blood out. Like, man. High blood pressure.
Like Esau used certain blood thinners, right? You know, you watch a commercial and they'll say if be careful of getting cut, because basically it's a blood thinner.
Yeah.
So you thin your blood out to a certain point, man, and then you're good. You know.
Yeah.
A lot of things you can do. You can feel your body. You can feel that my blood is. I feel lethargic. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And you take a natural blood thinner, man, like a garlic. You know.
Ginkgos.
Yeah.
Or we found the hawthorn berry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. You take them in its natural form is better. The teas.
Mm-hmm. You can't take too much.
That garlic tincture is awesome.
Yeah, somebody mentioned about mucus. You know, mucus is good to take any type of radish.
Radish.
You know,
daikon radish is the best one.
Daikon radish. Any type of radish, you juice it, you eat it, and that naturally removes mucus out of your system.
Cayenne pepper do it too.
You know what? I almost forgot to speak on this, and I have some too, which is sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Organic, non-GMO sauerkraut, which basically is a probiotic, and that's good for your colon, your GI system,
cabbage,
and your GI system, which is your gastrointestinal system. 80% of your immune system is right there in your gut.
Yep.
You know?
All your
See, we know things, man.
Your lymphatic system is all in there. Yep. It's all in your gut.
Everything.
That's why exercise it clears your whole lymphatic system.
And Jake doesn't like to exercise.
Yeah, you can do some jumping jacks, a couple jumping jacks. It'll clear your whole.
Running is good. Swimming is good. You know.
Kimchi is good too for your GI.
Kimchi. Well, kimchi is just a Korean probiotic. All it is probiotic.
You can't really find it in a regular store. You gotta go to
Korean store.
Yeah. And that's why, you know, even when I run, I like to run trails.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to try to run for more than 30 minutes. You ain't got to run fast.
No.
You don't got to run fast, but you want to try to keep your body going for more than 30 minutes. That's when things kick in. Things kick in around after about 30 minutes.
Well, there's this video of the Cuban boxers. It's on YouTube. You can find it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason why these Cuban boxers are so good, first of all, they take the kids from their parents, and they could be 9 years old or whatever, and they live in barracks.
Yeah, I watched that documentary.
Right.
It was a good documentary.
Right. And basically what they do is, you know, you go to sleep, you eat the same thing, you all get up and you exercise, right? And you learn how to box, and you got the top coaches. And then the island is split up into different regions. And what they do is they fight each other, so they're very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So you might have a barrack with 30 youngsters in there, 9 years old, and they're constantly fighting and learning and eating, man. And then what they do is they'll fight the other subdivision or sector up, right? Mm-hmm. And then whoever wins, guys get pushed off. And then they constantly fighting each other until you get to one guy. And by the time you get to that one guy, he done had 150 fights fighting. So when he goes out there, you know, to fight in international competition, he already knows how to fight.
Killing him.
But this is what they said. There was one kid that was a little chubby, but he was lazy. He really didn't want to box. You know, he might be a faggot right now.
Yeah.
But
he was always crying.
He was always crying for his mother, your mama boy, right? Yeah. So the trainer said, "Look, you got to lose that fat off you." And he said, "You're gonna go run. We're gonna run." He said, "If you run for 30 minutes." I think he said for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, that's when your body starts losing fat.
That's when you start losing.
You run for 30 minutes. The 31st minute, that's when the fat starts losing. So if you run for 45 minutes, you got 15 minutes where that fat is disappearing.
Yep.
You do that for a month. Yep. It'll disappear.
That's right, man. That's how you
If you just run You run for 4 miles, like you said, you run because if you go, you know, if you're a young brother, you run for 40 minutes. You know, most brothers will get a little bit past 3 miles. Some brothers get past 4 miles. But you run for 45 minutes, and then you might do a core workout. You'll notice you won't stop sweating for at least another 45 minutes.
That's right, man.
Even after you take
a shower.
And there's a term for that. Yep. What's the term when you sweat? You lose. You should know that, brother.
I don't know. I probably know it.
If I say it, you're gonna remember.
Yeah.
Thermogenesis.
Okay, nah.
Thermogenesis. That's what it's called. You know?
Yeah.
Thermal meaning heat. You know, when your body heats up to a certain level temperature, then that's when the fat. Because you burn fat. That's why they say burn fat. That's how you get rid of fat. You burn it off.
You burn it off.
By thermogenesis.
Yeah. That's why that Cuban heavyweight fighter, nobody wants to fight that guy.
Yeah. And you know what too? They say that, like, you know, a lot of people that are trying to lose weight and they work out and they, you know, they might go hard, but they don't really lose the fat because they still putting processed foods and sugars into the body, which the body
eating Kit Kats.
The body burns off sugar first.
Yeah.
So when there's no sugar to burn off, then it goes into the fat deposit. You know, so if you constantly, like, if you're working out, you say, I'm gonna work out a little extra hard because I like eating chocolate chip cookies. Them chocolate chip cookies.
Well, we know it can't.
Yeah. You just burning off the sugar because the body burns the sugar off first. That's the first source of energy.
And you still got the fat.
And you still got the fat. You ain't touched the fat.
That's why you got to run for 40 minutes.
Right.
That's right.
And then you got to
50 minutes.
Drink the smoothie, a green smoothie or a red smoothie. Yeah. And drink a lot of water and stop eating that goddamn Kit Kats.
That's why they say like 80%.
And them Druid circles.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all don't know about Druid circles, man. Yeah. As a cookie, man, that's a healthy cookie is good. I had it. Druid circles, man.
That's why they say 80% of like losing weight is what you eat.
Yeah.
You know, because you can work out like a beast, but if you're not eating right, just going to what
it's the 1-2 punch. It's the 1-2 punch.
It's not gonna work.
That was right.
I got something real quick. This is Songs of
We gotta get back into the scriptures.
This is Songs of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 11. Now this is dealing with wisdom. You know, it's parabolic talk, but it speaks about certain things that are good. This is Songs of Solomon 4:11. Thy lips, O my spouse, drop as the honeycomb. Honey and milk are under thy tongue, and the smell of thy garments is like the smell of Lebanon.
Yeah, they ain't talking about golden blossom honey either.
Come. You know, and that, you know, like that oxygen you get from the trees, you know, that helps build you up. You know, it says a garden enclosed is my sister. Excuse me, my spouse, a spring shut up, a fountain sealed. Plants are an orchard of pomegranates. You know, pomegranates are excellent for you.
Oh, hell yeah, so good for the heart.
Yep. It has a lot of benefits.
The dark chocolate and pomegranate.
Yep. It says with pleasant fruits, you know, because fruits are very good for you. It says camphor with spikenard. It says spikenard and saffron.
Is camphor comfrey? They're the same thing.
I will have to
look it up. Comfrey is a good source of vitamin C.
If somebody could look that up, verse 13. I'm sorry, 13 of Song of Solomon 4. Song of Solomon 4:13. Look up the word camphor. Okay. There's a precept there, but it's kind of right underneath the pomegranate. Can't really make it out.
All right.
4. Running about. Okay. It says with spikenard. It says spikenard and saffron.
Oh yeah, campfire.
Yep. You got it.
Campfire. Yeah. Like plants are an orchard of pomegranates with pleasant fruits. It says campfire with spikenard. You want me to look that word up?
Yeah, campfire. Camphor.
Camphor is.
If somebody put in cornas comfrey is great for the bones, which is true. It's vitamin C, buffered vitamin C.
It says compire. It says price of a life ransom bribe, pitch, asphalt, the hyena plant, the henna plant, the henna plant, name of a plant, henna.
Yeah, that pitch, that's probably charcoal.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
It said the henna plant, what else?
It says henna plant, name of a plant, then it says village.
All right. So it goes on, verse 14, spikenard and saffron. Now saffron is very expensive seasoning. You know, you pay like $6 for like little red hairs. You pay like about $6 for like just a little bit of it. But you don't need much.
You talking about saffron?
The lexicon has
yeah,
more.
saffron goes a
The
long
lexicon
way.
has more.
A little goes a long way.
Okay, and when you go down into the lexicon, into subsection 3, it says cypress, a shrub or small tree with a whitish odoriferous flowers growing in clusters. So-called in Hebrew, has been well suggested by blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and you know, the prophet Ezra, you know, besides eating herbs, he ate flowers also. There's certain flowers that are edible that you could eat that are good for you.
Dandelion.
Dandelion, yep. The dandelion root and the actual leaves of the dandelion, and other, you know, this man, there's a whole world of health and out there, you know, that Jake don't know about. All right, so it says calamus. You have more?
No, that was the point.
It says calamus and cinnamon. You know, and cinnamon is excellent. You know, there's all different types of benefits of cinnamon. It says, and there's different types of cinnamon too.
What's like cassia?
Yep. It says with all trees of frankincense, and frankincense. Another term for frankincense is can't think of it right now, but there's an actual pill and stuff in pill form or herb you can buy that's actually frankincense that you could actually take.
Yeah.
You know, but I can't think of the name right now. If it comes to me, I'll run it back. I'll run it back to you. I'm not sure if you look up the Hebrew word for frankincense, if it'll give it to you. But there's a term. I believe it starts with an S, but I can't think of it right now. But frankincense is great for you. You know, if you take it. Myrrh and aloes. Now myrrh is another. You could use it for incense, or you could use it. You could drink it in a tea. You know, there's a lot of benefits in myrrh. It says in aloes. You know, like you got aloe, you got aloe vera. I mean, that crap you buy in the store, you know, the aloe vera juice, you know, with the sugar and all that in it, that's crap.
You can buy the plant.
That's crap.
You get the plant.
Well, I get the raw aloe vera juice.
Yep, you can get the raw.
Yep. Because you can get the plant. You can pay like $1, man.
Yep.
Cut it and.
That's right. It got a lot of healing benefits to it. You know, and you could also drink it. You know, the actual they get the juice. It's good for your stomach, right? It's good for like digestion.
It's good for burns
It's
too.
good for burns. And I believe there's two plants which you know, I learned this from Marlene Bay. There's two plants that their roots go down like anywhere from 75 to 90 feet into the earth, and that's alfalfa and aloe vera plant.
Wow.
You know, so that's why they still have their minerals and resources, because their roots go deep into the soil, which Esau has not touched or tainted.
Right.
You know, so that's why they have such great benefits. You had more on that?
This is the frankincense. The word is YAHAWAH, and frankincense, a white resin burned as fragrant incense.
Mm-hmm.
It just says ceremonially, personally used in compounding the holy incense. Down in the lexicon.
Boswellian extract. That's what it is.
You found it?
So whenever you look up, whenever you see something called Boswellian extract, pretty much all that is frankincense. And that's what it was.
Yeah. You know, and yeah, it didn't go any deep.
That's it.
Yeah.
It says a fountain of gardens, a well of living waters, and streams from Lebanon. And that's pretty much it. You know, you have these these shows like on National Geographic and other stations, and you have like Man versus Wild, you know, and they show you how to survive in the wild in certain places. They show you how you could eat certain plants and flowers and herbs and different things that you could eat, you know, while you're out in the wild. Because, you know, let's say Jake run out into the woods, they don't know what the hell to do, you know, to survive. You know, they can't build a shelter. They can't build a hobo stuff. You know?
You don't know about the hobo stuff.
You know, there's certain things that they don't know how to do. You know? Now
the hobo stove is bad, man.
Now the Lord said that that you know that my servant shall eat, my servant shall rejoice. So you know we don't have to worry about that. But you know Jake that's out there that's not paying attention to the word, they got to figure out how to survive somehow. You know, and if they've survived this attack, well, Esau is going to run on Jake. Then you know the Most High gonna get him with either the lasers from the missiles. Or
that's on them. We ain't concerned about it. Like I said. We ain't concerned about black people. This is Exodus 30, verse 23. Take thou also unto thee principal spices of pure myrrh 500 shekels, and of sweet cinnamon half so much, even 250 shekels, and of sweet calamus 250 shekels. Now I'm going to click on the word cinnamon, show you that that's actually a Hebrew word. A lot of these words you use in the English language are from Hebrew words.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find that. Okay, I'm gonna click on cinnamon, which is Quana Mawan. That's how you say cinnamon. It's a Hebrew word, which is cinnamon, fragrant, dark bark used as spice. So that's what it is. It's a spice. So go ahead.
You have more, Ariella?
Back on in the article, it says number 5 was that chlorophyll protects DNA against fried foods.
They're gonna need to drink chlorophyll.
Yeah, so these plant-based diet is important.
It's a must that you get your green smoothie.
Yes. Yo, Jay gotta stop eating so much meat. Start getting back. It's the spirit, because that's what we have been talking about. You know, with Apostle.
Well, that's easier said than done.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, especially in this captivity. Number 6, super potent antioxidant action. Chlorophyll's status as a superfood is due to its nutritional and potent antioxidant properties. It protects cells from oxidative damage by eliminating free radicals.
Yeah. There you go.
You know,
free radicals. It's shit breathing the air from the chemtrails.
Yeah.
And the GMO.
I mean, at the end of the day,
And the foods that you eat.
Man.
You know, the garbage that you put in your system.
Yep. That's what eventually gives you a cancer. Free radicals.
Like berries are good at combating that. Eating berries.
Yeah, all berries are good. Raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries,
all them berries.
dingleberries. I knew y'all was gonna laugh. There's an actual berry called dingleberry.
Crunchberries.
this is the funny word.
Crunchberries is not good for you, but
Funny word. Yeah.
Funny.
You know those free radicals. You see, when your cells have what little hair particles around them, which are called telomeres. And when those telomeres get shortened, what happens is it opens up that cell to be attacked by those free radicals. So you know, so what happens is once those telomeres disappear, that particular cell runs crazy, you know, and that's where you get your cancers and stuff from. So those free radicals, which cause that, if you eat your berries and different things, you know, that'll bind the majority of that stuff and get it out of your system.
yeah, that's what it does. There's a war going on, man.
Yeah,
body.
Constantly.
Constant war, man.
You
You know? You can't be passive in life, man.
That's right.
I believe that in the scriptures, and I also believe that in life. Everything's a war. Everything's a war, man. You know, when you go to sleep, your body works involuntarily. It's automatic. Your heart beats.
Yep.
Your heart can't take your heart got to do its job. Your brain.
Yep.
You know.
Mm-hmm. And everything slows down when you're sleeping, so that the body can
regenerate,
rest, rejuvenate through a thing called melatonin, and you get that through sleep. Your body produces it. You know.
That's why it's important to sleep.
That's why it's important to sleep.
Yeah. Black seed oil.
Black seed oil
doesn't produce testosterone until like was it the 7th or 8th hour of your sleep. That's why you wake up. You're supposed to wake up with a heart on. That's when your body produces testosterone, and then for the brothers that work out, that's when you build muscle. Not when you're lifting the weights. When you're sleeping,
yeah, you're resting. You're rebuilding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When you're lifting weight, anytime you exercise, you're breaking down your muscles, taking in the proper vital nutrients, and your rest period. That's why you need it when you lifting weights. To tell you that you can't lift weights 2 days in a row unless you do body parts. One day off. One day on, man. You gotta let your body. You know when you do a bicep pose and you show your bicep, you feel them little balls. That's when you tore your body. That's your bicep being tore down, and after a couple of days it builds back up. So if you got those little balls and you keep lifting, you breaking your body down more. And then there's studies where you have people that they're workout freaks. And then they wind up getting all kind of health issues because you overdid it.
Yep.
Okay.
And then they end up being weak. Those guys are the easiest guys to move around and push over. They don't have any strength or endurance to their muscles. You know what I mean?
There's a science to it, man. There's a science to working out. There's a science to eating. There's a science to everything, man. You know.
All right. This is number 7. It says promising potential for cancer therapy. Number 8, it says effective against Candida albicans, which is fungus. Candida infection is a big problem for many individuals and can help lead to fatigue, depression, and digestive problems.
You saying Candida?
Candida, yeah, Candida.
Well, you got Candida, which is yeast. You got a thing called Candida overgrowth.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Which is,
eating too much sugar.
Well, it's yeast. Anything that's carbohydrates converts into sugar. Anyway, you eat rice, that converts into sugar. You know, any carbohydrate converts into sugar. It's nothing but an energy.
It says number 9. It says relieve systemic redness and swelling. Traditional medicine has long used green leaves for infections. With modern approaches, they have limited effectiveness and a long list of side effects. Natural remedies are getting another look. Then it says number 10. It says promotes healthy iron levels. A modified form of chlorophyll known as chlorophyllin may be highly effective for anemia by swapping iron for magnesium at the center of the molecule. And this is big for pregnant women. A lot of pregnant women, especially so-called Negroes and Latino women, they suffer from low levels of iron, levels
because
of
the baby needs that iron, so it takes from her body. And you got to change when you're pregnant. You got to change your whole diet around, man.
No, they don't.
Yep.
I see.
Jake don't. That's why you need the kingdom, man. You mentioned the greens, right? That's good for your iron levels, and also molasses. It's good for your iron levels. You know,
black strap molasses.
Black strap molasses.
Unsulfured.
And like I said, we're not scientists. We're not experts on this, but we do a lot of research. We listen to different people. We weigh the different things. Like when you listen to Gary Noel, if you listen to him, and you can listen, he's got archives. If you go, you can listen to all his archives, and this guy goes in, man. This guy goes in. Basically, what he does is he already knows what herb to take and how to heal this. But what he does is he reads a lot of studies. Might be a study out of Yale, and that's all these these colleges do, these hospitals, they do studies,
Mm-hmm.
and basically they confirm what he's been saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'll read a study, then he'll read another study.
Yeah.
You know,
I got his encyclopedia.
check that out.
And every remedy, he makes a reference to another doctor or
Right, a study to confirm it.
A lot of those researchers, man, they get shut down once they find something that's basically antagonistic to the pharmaceutical companies. Because
Actually, they get literally shut down. They kill them. There's a big thing on a lot of these homeopathic doctors are getting mysterious.
Yeah, like the Jake, the guy that killed AIDS, what was his name? The Jake.
Boyd Gray.
Boyd Gray. He was an artist of quality. He put me on something. He killed him, man. He was shutting them crackers down, and he dies.
Yeah, I think what's his name, Luke Radowski for We Are Change.
They will kill his ass.
He did he did a show on how they was killing those different researchers, man. But the state funds these universities, right? And that's how a lot of these professors and these research groups get their money to do it, from the state, man. They find out all types of stuff. They'll write a whole big ass journal. They fucking end up dead in the closet.
Yeah.
And you know what gives people cancer too? Plastic. Pretty much I'm looking at it. You eating out of you eating with a plastic fork. You got a plastic container.
Sure.
What's in that plastic is a BPA, which is biphenyl A. Yep.
Yeah.
Now this right here is BPA free, but everything else you got is plastic.
Yep.
You eat chips or something, you get a bag of greens. It's in plastic. So you can't get around it, man. Right, it's in the layer of the can. You know?
But you're gonna tell me the white man's not the devil?
Fucking devil, man.
And it takes, I don't know the exact number of years, but I believe it's in the thousands for plastic to be biodegrade. So there's something wrong with that. When you make everything out of plastic, you can't. It destroys, but it takes so many. Somebody look that up, please. So I'm looking up something else. How long does it take? Yes. How long does it take for? We get ready to close anyway.
This is Proverbs 15 and 17. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a starved ox and hatred therewith.
Yep.
I got something real quick. This is 2 Maccabees 5:27. But Judas Maccabees with 9 others or thereabout
it's all coming back out.
withdrew himself into the wilderness and lived in the mountains after the manner of beasts with his company, who fed on herbs continually, lest they should be partaker of the pollution.
Got information.
Okay, now check this out. You're just talking about them homeopathic doctors being killed. Now check this out. It says 29 holistic doctors, practitioners, hold on. Where's this shit acting up? Okay. And you sort of, Okay, 29 holistic doctors, practitioners found poison, some nearly dead, another attacked on alternative medicine. Because you can get these cures for all your ills, for all your sicknesses, there's natural cures. Have you ever seen this guy, David Wolf? He does the not the Ninja, but the other one. What's the other machine? You put all that stuff in there.
Oh, you're talking about the expensive vitamins. Right?
Not Vitamix. The Bullet. I believe it's the Bullet. The guy that he puts this in, he put that in. That his name is David Wolf, and I mean you gotta watch his videos. He's basically up there with Gary Noah. You know, he gets all into that holistic stuff. You know.
They might off this dude Life Regenerator. You ever watch that dude?
The Edomite dude?
Yeah. He might be I don't know.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
He's all about
Life Regenerator?
Life Regenerator.
I'm pretty sure.
He be with a guy named Lou Corona. Y'all heard of him?
Yeah.
Lou Corona.
I mean, I'm gonna look it up right now. Life
Regenerator.
Yeah,
it's all about getting life from the plants. But he's starting to talk about the Illuminati and all how they controlling the industry. So
they
might
get him.
oh,
I'm surprised they ain't got Gary, man.
Right?
yeah.
And Gary be saying some shit. I said, oh man, I don't know if Gary's gonna be around tomorrow, man.
They're gonna get him. They're gonna get him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look him up.
Yeah.
See, you're not gonna get this from any Israelite group. Maybe one Hebrew Israelite group that's gonna go all into this. Hey, look, Nate is suffering from some form of either Parkinson. Actually, you know what that is? Parkinson's disease. What else is it called? Dementia, MS. Basically, it's the same disease. All right. What it is called. There's 3 forms of diabetes. You got diabetes 1, which normally you're born with as a child. Juvenile. You got juvenile diabetes, which is diabetes 1. You got type 2 diabetes, which you develop by your eating habits, all right? And then you have a type 3 diabetes. And that's that MS and that dementia and so forth, Parkinson's. Mm-hmm. And that's what Nate is suffering from, man. And they give him like $1,000 pill to cure his ass. Because a couple of months ago he did a thing. He went down to Jamaica or one of them islands, and he had that shake. Yeah. And he hurried up and went to the doctor. I don't know what pill they're giving him, but that pill only lasts for so long, man. You know. And then he was eating white bread. He was eating white bread.
You know, there's a basically there's a video on YouTube pretty much where a guy, he has Parkinson's, but then he has a chip in his brain.
I saw that.
Well, they probably got that chip.
Yeah,
they probably had to reboot that chip.
He might have a chip.
Well, he gonna take the chip.
As crazy as he's doing, the shit he's saying, he got it
as well, right?
Well, he's saying my mind is over there. My mind is somewhere else. Yeah, that chip is telling me to go over there.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the guy? Life Regenerated, you said?
Life Regenerated.
I got the info on the plastic. You want to bring it up?
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right. This says different kinds of plastic can degrade at different times, but the average time for a plastic bottle to completely degrade is at least 450 years. It can even take some bottles 1,000.
No. Read that again, brother.
Right.
That's as long as Esau been in power, man.
Yeah.
It tell you, but Revelation, the 20th chapter, he shall have power for a short time, and that was about a little bit more than 500 years, going on 600 years. So basically, when this devil got over here, you take a piece of plastic. Right about now, the plastic's breaking down.
Right.
But everything that you see is plastic. You got plastic over there. You got nothing but plastic, man.
All cars are plastic.
It's all petroleum based.
Petroleum. That's all it is.
Yeah. And that's how the Esau uses that to keep that machine going, man. That petrodollar. It keeps value within his dollar-based system because the oil and the dollar are linked. So if you have all these things based on petroleum, that doesn't do nothing but strengthen the U.S. dollar and its economy, the Western world.
Yeah, because all they have is that petroleum. That's all they got going for them.
Yep. Shit crazy.
Shit is crazy.
It says it can even take some bottles 1,000 years to biodegrade.
Styrofoam.
Phone case back.
Satan.
That's longer than the McDonald's hamburger.
Yeah.
Oh man,
about a few years, maybe.
That video just popped in my head, man.
Yeah.
I know brothers seen that. I don't know if y'all seen it, man. Look up the video where this guy took molten copper.
Yeah. I've seen that.
He poured on a Big Mac, molten copper. The fucking Big Mac didn't even burn. The lettuce didn't burn. The tomato didn't burn. Yeah. It just bounced off the shit.
And a lot of you black women and you Latino women, you know what you do? If you don't eat McDonald's every day, you got your kid, you run and get. I know that for a fact.
Yes.
You run right to McDonald's, man. You get that damn Happy Meal, and there's nothing happy about that goddamn meal.
Yeah.
It's an unhappy meal.
Yeah. It's a goddamn shame.
I got some real quick. This is Ezekiel 4:11. It says, "Thou shalt drink also water by measure, the 6th part of an hin From time to time shalt thou drink it, and thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of man's to their in their sight. And the Lord power said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. You know, and that's going into everything that you eat, and everything is defiled. Even, you know, you try to get organic and this and that, and all, even that stuff is tainted, because you have these wines that are coming from California, Argentina, Chile. You know, those wines you think you got the organic stuff. They're finding some chemical called glyphosate, which is one of the key ingredients in Roundup, which is a pesticide that they spray on the GMO plants. And then what happened is moving, is contaminating organic crops. You know, and this thing called Agenda 21, what they're doing is they're relaxing the laws on organic, so they can add chemicals to something that's organic and still label it as organic, and they don't have to tell you.
They don't have to tell you. No, it's all bullshit.
So it's of the Lord's mercies, you know, that we're not consuming.
That's right. So we need the kingdom, man.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm gonna get ready to close on this. Deuteronomy 28, 18 and 19. I can read down. It says, "Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, your babies."
Yep.
Because when they come out, they curse. And the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. 19. "Cursed shall thou be when thou cometh in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goeth out." That's Jake. Now, Prince, all that money he had, he died a curse.
Yeah.
He cursed shall he be with Michael Jackson, the great, the king of pop. He died a curse, man.
Yeah.
Hey, when them Rothschilds died, man, the whole family, the patriarch with the 5 sons, he was in his deathbed. They was all around him. The wife was giving him tea. Listen, my son, you will take, you know,
Vienna, you take
Vienna, you take Germany, and London. Nathan, you take London, and don't trust these other people. They're devils.
Yeah.
Well, that's in movies, man. Esau dies, he's in the deathbed, you know, he got his house in order, got the family around him, the children, the grandchildren. Jake, man, go out to work and die on the job, man.
Richard Pryor. Look how he died.
I forgot how he died.
Multiple sclerosis.
Oh yeah, well he died slowly. Well, he wasn't right anyway. He wasn't right anyway. It was a miracle that he lived as long as he did. But look who came to his aid when he was all the black woman he had, the woman that came to his aid and wiped his diapers, you know, changed his diapers for him and did all that shit was an Edomite woman, man.
White woman.
So that's
black woman ain't gonna do that shit.
Oh no, nobody got time for that.
Hey, but anyway, we're gonna close. We did about almost 2.5 hours. And it's always like that because you know, you say you're gonna do a half an hour, and wind up going for two and change, you know. But anyway, we hope you out there in YouTube land learned something. And like I said, this is a trial and error thing. Don't do what we say word for word. Do the research. You got to know your own body. All right.
Right.
And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
And that's it.
Possible could this be one of our 2 videos?